So hello everyone and welcome back to some more Ash of Gods. And yes, always enjoy the music. The music is very nice in this one. We shall be continuing where we were left off, and we'll see how far in we are in this game at the moment. Probably not nearly all the way through though. Okay, so we continue with Hopper. Why does it skip it? Why does it have to skip it? Don't want it to skip it. Because at the time I had to get into that, but I would really like to see that actual text there. Why would you skip it? Game. It's hard to say why Thorn's execution affects you so much. You've witnessed many lives sacrificed. I have to try to see if I can in any way get the point where I can actually read all of that. I'm really annoyed that it's not allowing me to read it. It's hard to say. You can still hear the thumping of the executioner's axe. It just does want to just bring me into there, even though I haven't read that all. Ugh, I'm annoyed. Why are you doing this to me, game? Maybe if I click twice. There's no much time to discuss. I feel sick, like I've eaten something rotten. Can I get into here and just get back into that discussion? No. Ugh, I'm annoyed. That's way too far away. Day 13. Well, these are all just the same, isn't it? It's just annoying because it doesn't allow me to look into that, but I guess I can't look into that anymore, and yeah, it's bugged apparently. I'll try to see if I can still read a little bit more of it, but probably can't, which is very sad and annoying, but... I've eaten like though it appears something. This is like stupid way to do this, but I would really like to be able to read that at least a little bit. So thumping, I feel sick. Almost guess we something. Oh, why does it have to skip it? Oh no, we have to skip a scene. Yes, I'm sad that we have to be skipping that scene because it just doesn't wanna work. And why cannot it start it from there properly and not skip me into here for so stupid reason? But so yeah, we weren't happy about the fact that Thorn was executed. We were feeling sick and everything. So basically it means that true enough, we've lost something and so on and forth. Well, I guess we can't help it. Annoying. What were they saying? Maybe we can Google the rest. Maybe. So this is chapter 7, right? Chapter 7 of Ash of Gods. Ash of Gods, chapter 7. I don't know where to easily see it. I would love to be able to just find it. Of course, it also has to be so that we actually have the Thorn executed. After all, because we have him executed. I have no idea. Well, I guess I can't do it now. On the subject of Bugger. Just sad that I have to be skipping it, but I guess there's no point in us trying to go into that again and again, so... Shek is thoroughly familiar with the life of court. He might be able to tell you something about the prince. Fine. Perhaps you could clarify something for me, friend. Why was the prince serving in the neighboring kingdom at the rank of a simple soldier? Someone's been feeding you stories, I see. The prince claims that the king wanted to marry him off to an elderly and Anatrek-Geponen princess, but I think the true reason is completely different. That's what piqued my interest. High-ranking individuals don't often share the rigors of service with your ordinary slaps, and they certainly never do it secretly. You don't know our king. He is too hot-headed. If anything goes against the grain, he flies off the handle and behaves rashly. Luckily, Prince Streak is much more sensible, but even he wasn't able to protect his son, who was ready to confront his grandfather about every little detail. No surprise here. I would be more astonished if the young scion didn't go against his elder's will. Our kings is always rushing things, but with Holt it was like a knife hitting a rock. The young prince turned out to be more stubborn than his father. The princess is on one thing, but Holt didn't want to concede anything. So the king said, I don't want to see you until you've had your fill of shit and crit. I see now. Prince Streak made his base in Ursus to be closer to his son, and his son joined an Odolan company of young soldiers to keep away from his grandpa's spies. You are quick on the uptake, scribe. Well, if it's all you wanted to know, I'd better go. I have so much to do. This branching storylines, not even Google can help ya. Yeah, maybe we could be finding another Let's Play, for example, or some such with the exactly execute result and all that, but just so annoying because now I should have then looked it through last time, but I thought that we would be able to start from that, but apparently no. So, yay. Well, Ake then. You decided that it might be a good idea to talk to Ake about the Cardinal. Listen, my friend, I'm not asking you to spill out your soul, but I want no misunderstanding between us. You are keeping an eye on me, aren't you? Who sent you? Was it Prince Streak or Goronzon? Pondering for a long while. You are good at sword fighting and town hall crashing, Hopper, just as you are good at reading people. Well, I won't lie, it was Goronzon who asked me for a favor. What kind of a favor was it? The Cardinal wouldn't ask for something trivial, I suppose. So he has been keeping an eye out for us. And yes, apparently no. Do you report my every step to the Cardinal? Why in Terminio would he want to know about your steps, especially every single one of them? How could I possibly report them to him? I'll be damned if I know. Trust me, if Goronzon wants you to report to him, he'll find you anywhere. And did Goronzon give you any orders regarding the prince? How could you even say that? Goronzon may be angry with his highness, but he is a cardinal, not a highway murderer. Do you really think I'm capable of something like this? I'd sooner end my own life. Yes, it's a bit hard to believe. Great warriors usually don't run errands like this. Maybe he asked you to stop me in the back, eh? Why would I do that? Well, you've made an attempt on the prince's life or something stupid like this, I'd do it without asking. But things being as they are, what the demon? I didn't sign up for murder. Good. You know cardinals, they're weird ones. Yes, he carried me out of the rubble. But even a cat can drag a mouse out of a bottle. His reasons for doing it, however, are a little bit different. Or does Goronzon have his own stake in this game? Actually, he does. This is what I was thinking indeed. Those all seemed a little bit silly questions, but it was good to ask them anyways. I think Let's Play of this are very rare, and those who let Thorn die even rarer. Yes, I would assume so too, but hey, that's why our thing is then special. We let him die. But we missed the dialogue here with them, so that's really sad and annoying and unfortunate, but so it happened. Very annoying though. But it's just so absurd you wouldn't believe it. Frankly speaking, at first I couldn't even make sense of what he was asking. But the most important thing is, this favor of his won't affect my serving Tirana. Believe me, Ake, some things aren't as silly as they seem, and the Cardinal is definitely not stupid. Then tell me, Hopper, why is Goronzon looking for Cleda? He said something absurd, like Thorn can do what he may. Prince Ho is of no importance. But the girl must be kept safe. He told me to make sure she gets to Opakum. What can you say about that? I don't know what to tell you, Ake. I can think of one reason. The girl may be of use to the temple. As for Opakum, it's a special place, Ake. The Reaping had never hit Opakum in full force. Well, I should be going then. But wait. I've been meaning to ask, why did you send Stein off? I never liked him. He is odd and secretive and keeps to himself. Frankly speaking, I do not trust him, and I cannot understand why Prince Treek forced him on us. I think Stein had his own reasons to be secretive. Anything could have happened to him when the Reaping began. But if you don't like him, then I won't argue. It's okay, it's okay. I'm sure he's not very important. Surely all the rest will survive. Yes, certainly, certainly. Well, Tix, then. Noticing you enter. Aha, Sir Scribe, would you like a bite to eat or something to wet your whistle? I've got both. Neater, Master Innkeeper. I have a question. You know that I arrived in search of Thorn Brennin and discovered something curious. Tell me, how did he quarrel with his brother-in-law, Bran Vishti? They've been enemies for some 20-odd years. Whenever these two meet, it's like throwing fresh kindling on glowing embers. What kind of embers are those? I've heard it's about some sort of inheritance. With a conspirational wink. Well, it could be about the inheritance now, but I'm not an Odolan scribe to tell you for certain. I only know that Bran Vishti has been bearing a grudge against his sister Liki Vishti, the mother of Dawn's kids. But Dawn's 5 perished. There's nobody to hold a grudge against. Yes, shaking his head. Yes, I heard that shit perished. That would be infuriate Bran even more. I gather he will not rest till he strangles Thorn's kids until he strangles. Great. This Bran turned out to be a rotten bastard. Well, that's all I wanted to know. See you, Tick. Well, then whatever happens in Undasi's house, will we find her or not? This is where Thorn's daughter was last seen. If she left any trace, it would be here. Shek fumbles with his keys, opens the doors and enters Unda's house, explaining all the while, the abominations hid in the house. Had it not been for Thorn, they would have caused more trouble. Filia and Clara, however, disappeared. How and where they went, I cannot fathom. You take in the humble furnishing of a traditional Berkana dwelling. Could she have escaped through the roof or a secret passage within the house? Shek smiles into his mustache. The house was surrounded. Guards posted in every yard of the block. We then left no stone unturned. We rapped on the walls and lifted floorboards. We didn't find anybody. I started to think that Filia and that other girl were simply not there. You draw up a stool for Shek. Have a seat while I have a look around. If you don't mind, of course. Don't worry, I shall not keep you long, nor will you have to carry me out of the rubble. I promise. So here we are at the same courtyard where Thorn had his last battle. Where do I want to investigate first? Well, a massive stone table. Let's have a look into. Apparently it's like everything is sort of red. I want to have a look into this anyways. You see a stone table, most likely used to make potions on it. Inspect the table. Having carefully examined the table, you know the scratch marks on the flagstone to which it is attached. What caused them to is unclear. Lift the table. You try to lift the table, but it would be an impossible task even for Ake. The table is firmly attached to the flagstone. You try to move the table, with success. Underneath, then apparently I immediately find something. Underneath it, a ladder descends into the darkness. A small scroll is attached to the first rung. You snatch it before Shek approaches you. The commander of the guard shakes his head, then points out an inscription on the bottom of the side of the trapdoor. You recognize the handwriting from the double menhir. And if you do not burn out carried, Shek shrugs. Pure witchcraft. Let's go, this place gives me the creeps. You unroll the scroll, making sure Shek can't see you. For some reason, you're certain that it's meant for you. The writing is from the same hand. Your path leads to the west. May you not shy away from the tall buildings, and may you remember old friends and ancient enemies alike. So we should be going to tall buildings. As you leave Unda's house, Shek addresses you. What a catch! Congratulations, Hopper. I would have never found that cellar myself. You nod. This is where Cleda was hiding. She waited till everybody left and then escaped. Looking for her will be looking for a needle in a haystack, but I will still try. Coming to your senses, you add, I need to back and let Ake know what is going on. I don't remember exactly what was the other thing. Okay, it's Becky. Hopefully you will be back soon. And yes, well searched. How convenient. Too convenient. Cookies, bring me some. Good. At the gate, you see Ake and Mushon, who are obviously equipped for a long journey. Are they going to meet Prince Treek? With a nod, Ake leaves Mushon with the horses and approaches you. I'm kind of interested. Was that finished? I think it was finished. Yes, Kitos is finished. Yes, thank you, Kitos. But, yes, perfect, Jim, perfect. But, I'm just like, there was some other thing that was mentioned to us before that we should do something with him. But I don't remember what it was exactly. What did it say? Like, this was then the second thing that I need to go to tall buildings, but then there was something else that was about, okay, when you get into this sort of a place, remember to do this, but I don't remember what it was. Does anybody else remember? Maybe the game will again remind me of it, hopefully. Because it's been a while from that. And yes, it was great. Jim was great. Some of it sticks to insides of my adult brain. Yes, some of it sticks. It's good. I don't think it's an adult brain though. Remembering, not me. Hopper, will be damned. You are quick to back, book lover. I have a question for you. Remember how Coronzo and Treek quarreled? Tell me, who has more power? The temple or one of the kings? There are many kings, but only one temple. Why doesn't it make kings crawl on their knees before the Primarch of the temple? That's what's happening in Frisia, they say. Why do you ask? Let me tell you this one thing. Kings and times change, but nobody in Berkana is wiser than the Primarch of the Temple of the Divine Retribution. Anything he wants, he achieves. And Coronson serves him. Don't be surprised, Plank, but I will not leave you now, nor will Mushon. I'm his superior after all. Ake, wait, where are you going? Dawn has been executed and the prince is recovering. What's on the road for you? Are you perhaps afraid of Treek's wrath? You cannot hide from your king. Handling over the scroll. I never run from anyone, nor have I betrayed my kingdom or king. Here, read this. But no one else is supposed to know. It is a great secret. Even Treek will learn about it only when he puts on the king's crown. Opening the scroll. Wait, a bulla from the Temple of Divine Retribution. How did you come by this? I've seen a parchment like this only once or twice, and only from a distance. Why is there another sign next to the golden seal of the Temple of the Divine Retribution? Isn't this the seal of the Jeranan king? And the handwriting. It really is the king's. Well, don't admire the seals, read it. The bearer of this letter is enacting the will of the Temple of the Divine Retribution and the King of Jerana. Do you see now? I assure you, scribe, all Berkanan Kingdom have signed a bulle like this. Prince Treek doesn't know about it yet. I, myself, was let into this very recently. Gods in heaven, I've heard of things like this, but I would never have thought. Coronson surprised me. What is this will of the temple, which is Primarch deemed worthy of such valuable parchment? taken on the Frisian army single-handedly, no doubt. I wouldn't assume it for the keeping an eye on an old scribe. This Hopper I cannot explain. It's brain-addling. I asked the Cardinal about crushing the Frisians too, and he told me my task is more important, perhaps even more difficult. I have to find Thorn's daughter, Cleda, and bring her to Opacum in one piece. Was the late king planning to marry his grandson to Thorn's daughter? Or is Coronzo matchmaking on his own free time? Looking for a new queen for Treek, perhaps. I can think of no other explanation. I asked the Cardinal about this too. He chuckled while he waited for you to recover, you know. He said that Cleda is more important to the temple than Ho, and that compared to her, Prince Treek is a clay shard versus a golden coin. It's time to hit the road, Hopper. The king is dead, but his will lives on. Intriguing. Can't just say how much I'm looking forward to finish Borderlands. No pressure. Too late, Jim. I'm easily pressured. Yes, Borderlands. Well, so much for the Borderlands then, yes. Why did you do that, Jim? Don't worry, I've been nervous for a long time before you pressure. You guys are going to be great, I just know it, yes. Does everybody own the game, by the way? I'm feeling it might be useful. Just a hunch though. Yes, I own the game. Was someone just going to pen and paper it? Pen and paper Borderlands, that would be something, yes. Shek catches up with you, having almost reached Ursus's gates. The guard commander looks worried, anxious, and slightly taken aback. It seems that he has something important to tell you. He gestures you to ride up to him. Shek whispers loudly, I didn't want to tell you this. You might consider me insane, but there is so much insanity around anyway. A couple of days ago, an old woman appeared at the gate. Her frame was fragile, but her eyes were young. Really strange. In a way, she looked like Unda, and in a way, she didn't. Shek looks around nervously. She told me that if I see the scribe, I should tell him all one word, Frika. You thank Shek and leave the town. There is plenty to ponder as you ride on. So we're gonna be starting to head down from Ursus. First time without Thorn actually being doing the traveling after all, so a little bit different. Thorn isn't traveling anymore, now it's just these two basically at the moment at the very least. What the hell do I want to even give you? I got still 3 skill points, what do I want? Deal 14 damage to health to all enemy units. It would cost even less energy, which is okay. What's this then? Cooldown plus 3 to damage. Health or energy. Deals 14 damage, increases your energy. A lot of stuff that could be increasing our damage output especially. This was the refined mastery on the circular hit. I don't remember anymore how exactly we battled with him even, but I guess I'll put a point in there. Then I guess I could be saying that the Fireblade would cost less. It is very useful after all, sure. Sure, I don't know what else to do. So, let's just have that, I guess. That's going to be the spam for Borderlands stream. Border them lands, you Finnish champions. Okay, okay, Chim Chim. Personal cheerleader, Chim Chim. I hope you have your pom-poms ready. Okay, so where do we wanna go? There's Two Creeks Tavern, Cooper's Village, Blackwood Becker's Tavern, Highland Settlement. Scarlet Tower at least seems to be probably the place we're gonna be going. At least that's a very high place. Rotten Lake. So this is going to be taking us to Crease Tavern. Already broken and unkept, but still a decent road traversing the desert lands near the spurs of the Milky Mountains, or Woodland Way to the Cooper's Village. well-trodden and quite convenient. South Drotten Road and the non-script dirt road that connects Ursus and the Perkanan Road, full of shady characters, honest villagers, steer clear. To a tavern or the village. Also, if anyone criticizes your English, I will be there to personally eviscerate them. If anyone is worried about it. And yes, you shouldn't be worried about it. I'll do my best to revert to Rally English. Oh yeah, I have to warn up my English. No, Rally English. Apparently it's going to be a Rally English stream. No one will understand us for sure then. I think I'll just gonna go through the middle path now. Yeah, sure. I do wanna get to the Crookmen here after all too, preferably, and then the Trapper's Winter's Hut could be interesting too. You catch up with a band of his son and bowmen and make camp together. Ake finds some old acquaintances, shares some good memories with them until a looming prospect of the battles to come eventually gives way to the daily hustle and puzzle. The enticing smell of porridge made with hemp oil puffs from the bubbling kettle over the fire. You decide to rest. The Ishana and the bowmen happen to have a minstrel from the capital traveling with them. After dinner, the fellow removes the cover from his flute, which turns out to be completely out of tune, and hollers the ballad of the 12 heroes. He slaughters the verse and melody in equal measure. He sings some nonsense about a lovely lass and a mighty warrior who met by the triple men here, fell in love and defeated no less than 24 reapers. You're furious at the fool for taking the liberty to alter lyrics commemorating your fallen comrades. He's a horrible singer too. How mad will I be about him doing a bad job at doing this, not just singing, but also altering the lyrics of our old comrades who died in battle. I'm realizing that I'm really hyped for it, no pressure. Hex him. Okay, fine, I'll hex him then. Chim Chim apparently wants to hex him, so sure. Well, hex the minstrel. The curse is spreading, Planken's stats is lowered. Yay! We used the spell, which wasn't, like, we didn't use any magic power to actually save Torn, but then we will hex just somebody like this. Like, just because he did some stupid bad singing and bad decisions. It's been ages since I hexed anyone, yes. You cast a light hex on the minstrel. After the first refrain, he grows pale and rushes to the nearest bush to get sick. You settle for the night, knowing that the minstrel will be perching until morning. The slight chill in your blackened hand is a fair price to pay for rescuing the song from the minstrel's torture. Hopper has a bad temper, but apparently so. That's why you saved it. Oh wow. The curse is spreading, Plank stats are lowered, of course, again. Well, the Crookmen here is where we are heading next. Don't hate at bad minstrels too, I'm sure. Yes, I'm sure. You're right by the emancipating beggar and toss some copper coins into his lap. He boasts and yells that he'll never forget your kindness and that the gods will absolve you because they know Babylon is trustworthy. Babylon is the most honest man in Therminium. Ake burst out laughing almost immediately. What kind of a name is Babylon? Lon? I could understand every 12th rat in Ishana named Lon, but Baba? Or is it Baby? Baby Lon? Or Papillon? That's hilarious. Recount the story of the name. Let's do that. You wait for Ake to finish laughing. There were 12 all told, you say. I remember them all by name: Kals, Lasti, Holda, Mahami, Miket, Kono, To, Tranan, Puim, Harka, Prap, and Babylon. They were sorcerers. They were then, when confronted by 5 reapers 700 years ago. Yep, he was in this thing after all himself. Their only choice was to sacrifice themselves, and they did. Ake falls silent. The power it released almost ripped Terminium in two, you continue. The 5 reapers were cast out, weakened for 7 long centuries. Come to think of it, Papillon is a funny name. It means mischievous in the temple tongue. That's him to a T. How can you know that? Ache asked suspiciously. How can you remember their names? Don't tell me you're 700 years old. You shrug. Let's say I read it somewhere. Temple names are always meaningful. He must have been truly mischievous. We actually knew him ourselves after all, but of course, not like we're gonna be telling Ache about it. And yes, Babylon. Such a stupid name. Almost as bad as Persepolis, yes, indeed. Persepolis is pretty bad, at least from Finnish point of view. Okay, I won't tell you. If you Google the start of that, Perse, and put it into Finnish, not the police part, but that part, you'll see. Already broken and unkept, but still a decent road that traverses desolate lands. So Scarlet Tower. Sure, give in to the curse this time, so do you feel the raping growing stronger again, and we shall keep it at bay for the moment. The curse is spreading, yes, now it's 30%. As you restock supplies in the roadside village, a distant tower draws your attention. The locals are eager to share that a Chiranan officer's daughter recently took up residence there. The woman is reportedly a witch, so the tower had been nicknamed the witch's house. You recall a piece of advice including tall buildings and decide to pay the witch a visit indeed. Atori. The witch turns out to be a very good-looking young woman. At the sign of Ache, she blurts out the name Atori and shows you her temple license. She then complains that someone has covered the interior walls of her tower with indescribable runes, protected with charms that would take her more than a year to break. Yes, yes, definitely. Just say goodbye and leave. No, ask Atori to let you see the tower. Atori regards you suspiciously. Oh, I should have kept my mouth shut. Now I won't let you in. No, I won't let you in. I could learn a lot from the way that enchantment is woven. I'll untangle it myself in time. Right now I have other matters to attend. Mushon whispers in your ear. Just look at the woman. Give me a day and I'll persuade her to help us. I've had many women, but never a witch. Oh, it will be a beautiful lass dressed in a scarlet tower, on a bed of strewn with rose petals. And yes, languages. Yes. Indeed. Indeed, Chim Chim. You consider your options. You can't force your way in, or Atori's father will have your head. You could use a subtle enchantment on her, but it'd be easy to underestimate the power the Scarlet Witch might have. She mentioned some matters to attend. Perhaps you could render her a service. Mushom is very confident of himself, isn't he? Yes, he had a lovely voice for sure. Yes, I tried to give him a lovely voice. Give Mushom a chance. Do we want to give Mushom a chance? I don't know if that's the best idea. He knows the power of Sean Connery, yes. What girl would not fall for Sean Connery voices after all? Truly. Truly, truly. So in that sense we could very well be giving Mushon a chance, but I'm not sure about it. Ask Atori about her matters in need of attention. There. Oh yeah, Sean Connery could talk me into compromising positions. Yes. Mushom. Well. I'm almost just tempted now when we're talking like this to give Mushon a chance. Do you guys want to be giving Mushon a chance? Of course, Mishi Moni Penny, it's happened as my sight is on the beast. Yes, beast. Sight on the beast. Yes, very much so. Wish money bird. Yes. Sure, I guess we'll just be giving a Mushon a chance for now because of the fact like this, but I'm not sure if that's gonna work out, but it would be funny, but we may be missing on some very important information if I just give Mushon a chance, and he probably will fail in all honesty. But points for translation alliteration spec, yes, let's give him a chance. Yes, let's give him a chance. Give Mushon a chance. You bid farewell to Adore and return to the village. Mushon picks a bunch of flowers and a bottle of wine and returns to the Scarlet Tower. The next day he looks as pleased as a cat with a sausage. You raise a hand in warning. I don't want to hear any details, none at all, you say empathetically. Nothing unrelated to the inscriptions in Adore's tower. Well, apparently, Sean Connery is victorious. Kidek Connery. Mushon noticeably droops. Well, we shot it, you know, later, so she started figuring out the runes herself. Not much luck so far. All she can tell is that it's the same word, repeated over and over again. Shillan. Atori doesn't know what the word means. You know something most men do not. Shillan is the true name of your old friend, known as Rask in Berkana. You pat Mushon on the shoulder and tell him to get ready to go. And yes, Kidek Connery. Oh baby, the stories I could tell. Points indeed. Alrighty, so where do we wanna go next? If only I remembered the other thing that I was supposed to remember. But I don't. Like, on this area here, we met the one woman who bit us into the hand and said something to us. That's what we were supposed to do to keep an eye on. But I have no idea what that could be. Anymore. Not right now anyways. So Perkanan Road would be taking us to Fool's Grazing. Old Gebonan Road would be taking us to Stony Watch. Old Wild Boy's Path would be taking us to being scared of the beaten path, but there's no shortage of hunters and beekeepers happy to meet another living being, so long as it's not a pack of fools or a hungry bear. Hunter's Outpost doesn't sound like a promising one. Eastern Stockade. Outcast Stockade. I wonder which way exactly we are anyways heading in the year. Opakum was actually the place that we were supposed to go, right? So, I could assume it's not the best idea to be going into this direction, right? Maybe we should go to Fool's Grazing and then just to Opakum. Opakum was mentioned as the place that we should be taking her, but of course we haven't found the woman yet, yeah. That's the thing, where would we find her? The Thorn's daughter. I'm just not quite sure. Not quite sure of the correct path. I'll go to Fool's Grazing, I guess. I don't know. I just like the name of Fool's Grazing. I shall be back momentarily. Okay, Chim Chim. In any case, anyone wonders why I'm not making a stupid comments. No worries, Chim Chim. You glimpse something white through the dry creepers and layers of soft moss. An ancient altar, dotched by dirt and dampness, and on it an elaborate sigil. A spiral crossed by a vertical line. The signature of one of your comrades who died 700 years ago, on the same field where you survived. Aik notices the sign too. I've seen the scroll mark often, he says, but the temple servants don't know what it means. In some places they even try to chisel them off. Do you know what it is? I'm telling him the truth now. You choose to tell Aik the truth. If you don't mind a bit of heresy, here's the story. The temple servants have their reasons for removing these sigils. Beyond the sea, there used to be a land called Kals. A great calamity befell Kals, and many of its inhabitants sought refuge in Terminium. Among them were 4 friends, Ananiel, Enei, Gals, the destroyed land's namesake, and Gorons, Kor. Yes, Gorons as in the bishop, I think. Aik brightens up. Hold on a moment, I've heard that name before. Ananiel? What is he famous for? You nod. Do you remember the Stone's testament? Ananiel is the author, one of the four, the founder of the Temple of the Divine Retribution. Ene and Kor became his disciples. Gals didn't. He chose preaching. He wandered from village to village, healing, conversing, and explaining many things. This was his sigil. Many of his sayings made it into the Stone Testament under Ananiel's name. Curious, isn't it? Eik smiles. I didn't read the Stone Testament myself, of course. I'm not so good with letters, but that's where I've heard the name. To this day, the prophet Ananiel is associated with the temple's sanctification. Gals sounds like a decent fellow. What happened to him? You close your eyes. For a moment, you can see the crumpling silhouettes of your friends by the triple menhir. He died in the Battle of the Drowsy Deep. He was one of the 12 heroes who gave their lives to stop the 5 Reapers from advancing onto the Berganan army. Eik nods and thinks to himself. You carry on in silence. Okay, so we can't even go to Opakum right now, interestingly enough. There's big arrows there. Ooh, Rika. There is Rika. I'm supposed to go to Rika. Apparently we're going to the Gaston Stockade then. Sure enough then. Sure we is. Let's go to the Eastern Stockade. We can have a little bit more difficulty. The raping grows stronger, Terminium plunges into chaos, yes. Eik lags behind. You pull up on the reins, waiting for the giant to catch up, so you can see his face. His jaw is set, he's in pain. And toughing it on, you make him stop. Even a hero needs a break from time to time. What happened? Eik waves away your concern. My back is acting up, damn it. A weak spot. It's because I'm so large. It's tough to haul all this weight around. Turn the wrong way, sleep on the ground, or forget to put fair twigs under your bedroll, and bang, your lower back is screwed. Can't breathe in or out. Put me in a brawl or in a Berganan bathhouse with a pretty lass, and I'd forget all about it. Offer to examine Eik's back. Are you a book lover? Are you a book lover or a healer? Eik asks suspiciously. You want to put an enchantment on my back? What if it falls apart like the Alpius Town Hall? His back is going to fall apart. You leap from your horse and help Eik down. Don't fret, soldier. The Alpius Town Hall didn't collapse due to any sorcery of mine, but because I took on another spell. All your back needs is a couple of able hands and some good ointment, and it'll be good as new. Eik leans over, watching as you spread his bedroll on the ground. I doubt that my back will ever be as good as new, but I'll love to heal it. This stupid illness has put me on out of commission for a fortnight before. At least in those days I had a woman to keep me warm and a bed to lie on. Now I cannot even lie down. Amused by Eik's complaints, you make him lie down. Roll up his shirt and rub his back with a pine tree ointment. You run a hand along his mighty torso, carefully realigning the troublesome vertebrae. Soon, Eik is able to climb into the saddle all by himself, and you continue your journey. Easy peasy. Then to the woodland camp. And here we are. Under the sprawling oak tree on a hill, there's a black slab of stone with a half-effed inscription, and engraved with the image of a sword. You used to know the warrior lying under this grave marker, as you knew his father and his grandfather. You remember them all by name. Eik dismounts and strolls towards the grave, immersed in thought. As you get closer, the giant warrior turns to face you and points at the stone slab behind him. Here lies the hero of Bergana, rescuers of over 100 Tridonian children. I dare say he's just like Thorn Brenin, but lived half a century earlier. Do you know anything about him? Or of the others? Tell me about yourself too. Memories are a family business. Are you a book lover or what? Yes, I know this hero. His name was Captain Helton. 60 years ago, the Balians arose again. We avoided the full-scale war, but several bands landed on the Radionian shores and massacred several villages. The only prisoners they took were children. They took over 100 children to the islands. They needed 10 longships to carry them. Helden went after them and saved everyone. But the Balians had their revenge. 10 years later, they captured him and burned him alive. His charred bones lie here. There were 122 children in total. Helden saved 80. The rest perished during the battles or were killed by the Balians. Though they didn't burn Helden, the Vandals did, after he torched 4 Vandal villages near Frika and killed everyone there. Are you saying Helden wasn't a hero, or that he was wrong to burn 2 Vandal villages? At least the Balians never murdered children. Helden burnt the villages and left no one alive. He supposedly did it to punish the Vandals' banditry, but girls were the ones responsible for the raids. Helden paid dearly for his actions. His bones were returned into the basket full of shit, and that's how they buried him here. Tiring, painful. You're back. Stupid comments can resume. Say how was everyone's week? Yes. Tiring for Vissineku. Hopefully better will be for the next week. What is your keyboard doing? I do not know. And yes, first week is always tiring. But it's good that it started well. And I would at least at a meetup and a mighty hangover then. Bergana had many heroes. The man lying under the stone had many renowned companions. Its spokesman was Selja, nicknamed Fatso, the Trangard who stood at the helm. Bash, who knew every shoal from Rydona to Ishna, was the pilot. Then where are their graves? Did they receive heroes' burials? Selja became food for the animals near Frika, so there was nothing left to bury. Fund got so drunk he fell from the stern of his ship and drowned. The crew didn't notice until morning. It's a miracle that the ship didn't hit a reef. As for Bash, his own captain killed him. Was it because he crashed the ship on the rocks or ran it aground? No, we're stopping Helden from raping a 13-year-old girl. Helden said that the entire Balian horde had humped her, and that one more go wouldn't make a difference. When you dig into history, Ake, pinch your nose. The stench is unimaginable. So, this hero did some heroic things, yes, but also then did some very bad things. You said it earlier, but I have been occupied with Pathfinder Kingmaker, yes. You installed a Finnish keyboard, eh? And it always fucks you up. A book lover should stick to his books, I guess. Consider me an orphan. The village where I'm from was one of the few massacred by the Balisians. I survived, obviously, so this is my story too. Why did you become a scribbler? What you call it, a scribe? That's how the stars aligned, Ake. You became a warrior because you are strong, brave, honest, and determined. I became a scribe because I have good memory, legible handwriting, and because sitting on the stone benches in the archives doesn't make my back hurt. Is Bergana's history as complicated as the heroes? Are you saying that Thracia didn't attack us first? Bergana is a land, it's the people that are aggressive. Even though the famous Battle of the Drowsy Deep was fought off the Frisian border, I know for a fact that the Berganans never meant to bring death or destruction. Quite the opposite. Well, let's not disturb the memory of the dead any more than we have already. No feats or transgressions of the past can change anything in the present. You should just remember that one day you'll rest under a slab of stone just like this, and some finicky book lover will label you as a bandit, or criticize you for taking innocent lives. Hold your tongue, Hopper. You can't beat me in a fist fight. I should twist your head off for so slender. I've never murdered innocents, never wanted to be an executioner, and never looted corpses, unless you count the trophies of my regiment coffers. Well then, no scribe or scribbler can hurt you. It's no use arguing with you, Hopper. You've gotten the better of me every time. You know more than and you see future. But there's one thing you don't realize. There are thousands, 10,000 men. There are thousands of men like me. When I die, I'll be nothing special. Why would you want everlasting fame, Ake? For a tombstone that hardly anyone visits? These times don't accommodate long-term plans. I wish we could predict what tomorrow holds. Says the call in Matsuo. Yeah, heroes, they're never quite what you hope. I can sit like you wouldn't believe, Ake. It has been challenging. I think my parent is doomed. Otherwise great. I really like the kingdom building in everywhere I can find. I only really hate how long the loading is for me. That's a shame. But hey, at least you only hate one thing, so it also means that I most likely will be enjoying it when I someday will be getting into it. I was thinking it would have been nice to have expanded on Pillars of Eternity base building. Okay, so then the Imperial Stockade is the way we're gonna be heading into. Next. And then we can choose from many different paths. Where the hell do we wanna go next? Grey Mountain, Frog Bastion, Heretic Chapel, through the Reckless Path, Abundant Route to the Bone Well, or Hollow Path to the unique Unquiet Graveyard. Oh no, I don't know where to go. I'm interested in the Heretic Chapel, I'm interested in the Unquiet Graveyard, I'm interested in the Frog Bastion, like truly. But on the other hand, if we go to the Heretic Chapel, maybe we can go to the Frog Bastion afterwards? Probably. What do you guys say? Where do we go? It's definitely better than Pillars of Eternity's base building. And yeah, Frog Bastion, a small ancient fortress in the cliffs at the edge of Bandil Swamp. Heretic Chapel, a tiny chapel with an ever-burning lamp inside few ever have reached it, and no one has ever been able to enter despite its doors always being open. Interesting. An ancient graveyard strewn with bones, even though the graves are undisturbed. What's more, the layout of the bones constantly changes. Weird. Grey Mountain, an earthen barrow on which no grass grows and no beast walks. I should get Kingmaker. Yes, you should probably. Aw, it's very sad that you've been feeling demotivated with most other games though. Maybe we should go to Heretic Chapel and we probably from there can travel to Frog Bastion afterwards. What do you guys say to that? Because Heretic Chapel is apparently something that no one else has ever been able to enter, so I'm kind of interested to go and visit there at the very least. So I think it should be an okay plan to go there and then from there to the Frog Bastion. It's a long travel though. At least I could hope that I can get to the Frog Bastion after this. Sure, sounds good to me, good. This path was created by adepts of a mysterious cult believing that demons have overtaken Terminium, and some of them might have served humankind. Okay. That sounds very strange. The Reckless Path. Nothing has changed in the Ashen Wasteland for hundreds of years, but now everything feels different. There's a bitter taste in your mouth like you've inhaled some smoke, but there's none to be seen. There's only an ashen valley, grey grass and grey sky. What's causing the sting in your throat? Where did this feeling of power come from? You need to make camp. Ake dismounts the horse and carefully ties the bridle to the branch. Gods and demons, he exclaims, are you by chance turning into an abomination? What happened to your eyes? They're black. Or have your pupils consumed your eyeballs? What about my eyes? It's not a delusion, I'm sure, but But it might be the wasteland or some other sorcery, yes. Blame it all on the strangeness of the wasteland. You shrug. It's a special place, Egg. It doesn't change people, they just see more because the world is thinner here. You can tell by the color. The world isn't thick enough, so everything is grey. You see my black eyes and you look like a giant with steel teeth and horns. Who's right then? You or me? Egg worriedly checks his head and jaw. I don't have steel teeth, I don't have horns either. Here, feel for yourself. Recklessness, yes. Doesn't sound like a dangerous place, no. Doesn't at all. You sighed. Well, there you are. You got lucky. I can touch you and tell that there aren't any horns on your head. My eyes are another matter. What could you possibly learn by touching them? I'm not touching your head on the off chance you have horns, but just can't feel them yourself. Egg frowns. No way, don't touch my head. What if there's actually something there? I'd rather look at your black eyes than hit door frames with horns. A plague on this wasteland, we need to hurry and leave it behind. Oh, good. Let's continue. Oh. To the lovely heretic chapel. Fine. Blanca's stats are lowered again. Skill point at least gained on the other hand. You see a triple man here rising above the step. You and your friend freeze in your track. There are reapers on the other side. 5 of them. Dorpkal, whose clutches you left 300 years ago. Artkard, Dibibar, Adna, and Shildal. They move towards you as everyone around them falls. Their power makes it difficult for you to stand. You won't be able to strike them. You've lost. You can only retaliate with your death. There's no other way to channel your power against the Reapers. You exchange the cleanses and unseat the sacred knives. You're strong enough for this. You raise the knife and an arrow immediately pins your hand to your body. More arrows follow, piercing your flesh. The last thing you see is Dorpkal's evil grimace. Change the memories, awaken at any cost. So that we wouldn't have to remember this past, but we will remember reminiscence. It feels like you're wriggling out of a cocoon. The night sky is above you. Everything is silent. The pain is tearing your body apart, so it's time to leave it and find another. But you hesitate. There's a snow knife in your hand. It's curiously cold and soothing. You roll onto your back, breaking some of the arrows stuck in your body, and lose consciousness again. You lose consciousness several times while trying to remove the strange grey arrows from your chest, one by one. They seem to disintegrate as soon as you grab them. You sit and grit your teeth to avoid shouting. The 12 stone figures that look more like weather-beaten Vandal pillars than your friends are slowly turning to ash. Wolves howl somewhere in the distance. The smell of blood and smoke is in the air. The healers roam around, trying to figure out who's still alive by poking the bodies with a stick. However, the sight of the 12 figures crumble into dust is the most important thing you should remember. That and coughing up blood at their feet. You wake up. You're the one to doze off, alright? Egg says aggravated. You could have fallen and broken your neck. Well, at least your cheeks have some color. Did you get enough sleep? It helps, ain't that the truth? Well, sure, that's exactly what helps. And yes, frogs wouldn't have done this, but we're going to go to the frogs now anyway, so... Isn't that okay? We're traveling to the frogs now, after all. So okay. The Ashen Wasteland seemed hostile from the very beginning, but after a while, it makes its presence known in a very peculiar way. Your headache is replaced by muscle cramps, sweat, and an odd feeling of power straightening your shoulders. You had the same feeling when you visited this place many, many years ago. The wasteland wasn't the wasteland back then, and you had 2 companions named Rask and Orkan. They used to call themselves Shirlan and Song. Somehow you avoided their fate. One became bound to the Veil of Mercy, the other became bound to his body. Now you'll also bond to your body because of a curse. These days, eh? I have no idea what that link is though, Jim. Tayuta has been pretty absorbed to my drawing the full stream, but it's almost done. It's actually something as of course related. Hey, that's nice. And besides, it's not like there's that much to watch during this time, because especially when I was reading the Morrowind book, there was just reading. So it's not like you need to be seeing the text if you can understand me. Not for you, Kide. Fine. I can't look into any of your links. Sadness. Why is nothing for me? Sadness. Sniff. Pay attention to your condition, I'd say. Regardless of what happened here many years ago, what happens now is more important. The Reaping seems to be tearing around the Poisoned Valley in search of lost men here. Catching anyone with even a small amount of power. There's no men here though, thanks to our Khan. It was repurposed into several knives. Its remains hang in the air like a fine, faithless ash, turning the lands around it into the wasteland. Only 2 of 14 knives remain. You held one of them not so long ago. Ah, so the knives that we or everyone turned themselves to ash, or these guys did, or tried to, like he did, was actually made out of a man here. Interesting. He complained about the knife being stolen from him the last time you spoke, but Orkan is a cunning man. He may have lied. He could have given it away, but to whom? There aren't many people he trusts. Just alternative soundtracks. Fine. Ransk refused the knife back then. When he realized it remained a short old man forever, he decided it didn't concern him. He thought that going into battle naked was foolish when everybody else is wearing an armor. Your blackened arm makes you feel naked now. So, Mars Battle or Roadbat? Let's go through the Ruined Fortress, or to the Ruined Fortress. This path, favored by highwaymen and other scum, runs along the edge of the wasteland parallel to the March Road. Fine. Let's go that way. You open your eyes and shiver as if waking from a daydream. It feels like you've returned to the dim and distant past. You can see the sky of the long perished Charles. There are fields and hills around you. A light stream beneath your feet connects to a wide river. A familiar and terrifying silhouette looms before you. Your lord, master, and shepherd stands before you. Dwarf Karl looks at you with reproach and shakes his head. Are you prepared, Blanc? The divine power descends into me, so now I will enter you. Stay, if you wish. I permit you to watch. In any case, I think you should see what you've created with your own hands. Dwarf Karl is one of the Reapers. We don't want to be going and accepting that offer. I'm pretty sure of that. Should I wake up or not? Okay, Specky. Good night and sweet dreams to you. I hope you enjoyed some Morrowind and a little bit of Ash of Gods though. Good night, sweet dreams, and have a great weekend. Bye-bye. And I'm not sure where we're heading, but I guess to the Marshwatch. We're just trying to get to the Marshwatch, right? Maybe. And indeed, have a great weekend. I guess I will just refuse. I'm sort of tempted to try this out, but I won't right now, but I will refuse. You clench your fist and raise them to see your fingers, half transparent, but strong and young. You look at the Reaper and shake your head. His lips stretch into a smile as he begins to speak. For now, he's just talking. His words stab you like knives. Just as I serve the gods, you serve me. Just as I am the god's messenger, you are mine. Do what I say and obey in the name of the five-headed and the five-throned. Do and obey. Do and obey. Use your strength to wake up. You clench your fist, Flex every muscle and break free from the heavy dream. You swallow, the blood flowing from your bitten lips. Your breathing becomes erratic. You have no strength left, and your hand feels like it was carved from a piece of river ice. Just a little bit nonetheless. Ache is amazed. How blasted did you get? Why were you shouting like that? If there's even a single abomination around here, it's headed this way. I'm already here, Ache, you say out of breath. Pay no attention. It's just a bad dream. Nothing more. Nothing more. And you're welcome, Specky. Well, to the Cursed Village then. Things seem to be going very well for us, for sure. Seems to be going extremely well. Extremely well, and yes, a little bit ominous maybe. Resist the curse. It will go to level 6, but I think it's dangerous. The wasteland keeps pressuring you. Your head feels like it's going to burst. You make camp and then step away from the firelight to have a closer look at your fingers. For a moment, they seem semi-transparent. Oh, how you miss the feeling of flight. This is your third body. You took it from a mad, Berganan boy and sent his confused spirit to the altar of the gods. You've been looking after his body since then. You took your second body from an injured warrior. You failed to heal him. Grief for his dead kinsman killed him faster than his grave wound. At least you learned what love was. You took your first body from a well-knit commander. Well, almost. You couldn't get rid of his spirit in the end, so you had to give up on his body. It seems that he's the one on the wasteland. He's the one that the wasteland wants. Interesting. Well, sure, let's reminiscence. You just had to say that things are going well. Yes, Yes, very well. I'd said that they are going very well, as in not very well, but you know. So when the power of the gods saved you from the dying Gauls, your spirit began to wither without the divine presence. Like a parasite, you had to claim the first body you came across. He was a sturdy warrior from somewhere in the mountains. It seemed he'd lost his entire squad in an abyss that suddenly appeared. He tried jumping off from the cliffs several times to end your lives together. In the end, you had to leave his body on the blood-splattered stones. Your thoughts have led you back to the mountains where everything started, and where you can see this warrior again. Sure, join the battle. Others appear near the warrior. Who are they? His old squad? You're not the one to blame for their deaths, but the wasteland doesn't care if you're guilty. It found the images in your consciousness and immediately manifested them. You remember the mountains, and this is what you get. A battle, I assume, yes? Fine enough. A battle. Yes, I'd like to put these skill points into use at the very least. Sure, let's increase this a little bit. At least. This is already a pretty good, like a very little energy after all, so it's not like I feel that's very important, so it's probably best to increase some of the damages. Really. Sure, I'll just increase that a little bit more. Okay, so... do we start guessing how many will survive to the end? That's a good question. Should you do such a thing or not? Well... sure, let's start from here. Yes, just deal damage to everyone, I'd say first. It's not like it's even that expensive. Pretty easy to do. Spear person is coming at us, very slowly though. So that's going to be 3 more turns before I can use it again. Sure, we can do definitely a mental blast. Blast. Anyways. Circular hit isn't something that is very important here, but I could go and try to attack this one. It does mean that some of them can attack me, but on the other hand, I guess I don't feel that I have to wait around right now. Right now at least. I hope. Some less time for us to be thinking in the future for sure. So this does kill everyone close to us. Deal 30 damage and increases your health or energy by 15. It's also pretty okay, but not right now necessary, I'd say. Let's go into here and do a little bit of a circular hit at least, so we can get rid of 2. Because why not? Also, we could, I guess, do this before that, because it's pretty easy to do. Even if it was unfortunately the one that would already die anyways. Doesn't really matter which way we kill them, does it? Not really. My energy is definitely a lot lower right now, but otherwise not pretty that bad truly. Sure, do this. Yes, why not? Devouring blow. My energy would be pretty much just going all the way down, so I'm not sure if I want to do that exactly. It's not too big of an issue if this guy once goes and shoots me. In all reality, I don't think it's too big of an issue. So I don't worry about it right now. You took a little bit of my energy, that's a-okay, because then I'll just do a little bit of Fireblade, I think. Kill a couple of you, there's only one left. With barely any energy or life. Pretty much all the way dead. Anyways, yep, just like absolutely destroyed again. Is still good. Oh, hello Flame Rushi, you finally came online too. But welcome to stream, hopefully you have had a good week. So how many do you think will be surviving this full Let's Play stream? And yes, missing you, you flaming bastard. Yes, everyone missed you, Flame. Weekend starts at 3 PM Friday. After the fight, you came to your senses in the wasteland. This place is starting to annoy you. Too much chaotic magic keeps attacking your mind here. You hope to leave it behind soon. For a certainty. It's been a kick-ass 20 minutes. Good. Good. Yes, very much. Only the 20 minutes though. Morrowind wasn't yet in the weekend, so to speak. Hopper really, you approach the marchwards, making your way to the local inn. You leave egg to tend to the horses. You should eat, but you're not hungry, so you just pay the innkeeper for a small room and go straight there. You crave some respite and time to think about the journey ahead. At some point you doze off. What comes next feels like a vivid dream, though you still see the same window-lit room and the old but spry woman. She opens the door smiling and nods in satisfaction. She looks like a crone, but moves like a woman in her prime, sitting beside you. She takes the book from your back and flips through it. You try to speak, but the words can't escape. You close your eyes, trying to remember where you've seen her before. Darkness slowly consumes everything. Rask. Someone grabs you by the shoulder, waking you. You open your eyes to see an old friend. Glad to see you, Blank, he says, winking. Surprised though, was wondering if we'd been casting somnolent spells over the inn's roof. You have insomnia or something? After hearing these words, you finally realize that you're awake and come to your senses. A quick look around and you know that someone's sorcery is at work here. Realizing you've been hexed, you scramble to get to your back. The book is gone. Curses, how could they trick me like that? I dreamed of a hack rummaging through my things and flipping through my book, but it was no dream. The book is missing. Did you not encounter anyone on the stairs? My apologies, but I haven't seen any hack on the inn stairs. I've arrived after the spell dissipated. Where are you off to, Blanc? And not alone, I see. Been accepted into the royal service, have you? Yeah, this Rask is the trader. The trader that we visited with Torn in the very start. Torn and Torn's daughter. And yes, hexing indeed. You've been hexed. Well, you haven't strayed so far from home by happenstance either, have you, Shirlan? You don't simply travel for the sake of it, do you? You rarely step outside your shop, especially in reap time. Shirlan. I was thinking it's Shirlan. Or well, not exactly Shirlan, but Shirlan was the name that we on the other hand then knew that was written in that one tower. Indeed. That we got the information about from Mushon. Forget the shop, now it's time. I've actually been looking for you, Plank, and it's clear that seeing the crone in your dream was no coincidence, though an odd one. She wields great power. Who is she? Who knows, although I've got a hunch she might be the Undas everyone's talking about. But something's off. Unda's so old, it's surprising she still lives. It's as if this hag only pretends to be Unda. The crone who looks like a woman in her prime, stone bracelets and a serpent's gaze. I've heard of her. Calls herself Sheila. Maybe she's like us, not human. You should be well aware that the name is only a comment. Take it off if you will, and it loses all meaning. I've been considering this from all angles. All those who could be this crone died in the same battle which gave you your arrow scars, and I've got no more ideas, no clues. Yeah, I remember this guy. I was thinking that you should be remembering him. Of course, the guy who met the trader before doesn't have a head anymore, so yes, or a body. Depends on the perspective. Indeed, indeed. Like we don't have anything better to do than solve an old hag's riddles. She's a witch, no doubt. Why do you need me, Shirlan? You should already know this. Some witch told me I could find you in these lands, and that you too, just for me, should that fail, catastrophe may follow. Got the mind games, Shirlan. My head aches even without adding your riddles. How does an old woman or witch compel you to look for someone? I don't recognize you. Oh, I hardly recognize myself, Plank. I've had so many thoughts lately. Got a job as an intendant at Opakum. Guided wagons through the marsh road. I thought I'll keep quiet and survive the reaping, but no. Trouble found me again. From now on, we travel together. Well, at least there's some good news. Always happy to see you, Shirlan. Having you tag along is always nice. Still, I'm quite surprised. What happened to me? What power do you mean, Shirlan? If I knew the power of her power, I would also possess it. Her clairvoyance is on par with your Amma. Her sorcery matches that of a High Umbra, and she's a persuasive as Torvkal. She's definitely not alive with the High Umbra of the North. I've already realized that. A new player has joined the game. Goronzon is seriously concerned about that. Seems like she's the one who managed to hold back the reaping. I don't care about the Goronzon scoundrel. And who knows if the reaping is truly receding. What if she's not saving us, but seasoning us for the frying pan? There's something special about her, as if she holds some hidden threats, or has some underlying scheme. Blank, I don't like it. Calm down, Shirlan. Why should we be scared of the reaping, especially when we're together? Well, enough conjecture. I've got bigger problems. You take off your cloth and show your blackened hand. As Shirlan observes it with great interest, his breath becomes heavier, as if he's trying to place its smell. What a convoluted curse. Where did you get this nasty thing? And why is it on your hand? What purpose, and why does it chitter? Is it reading? Still haven't lost your aptitude, huh, Shirlan? Got this nasty stuff in Albius, just near your shop. Some cunning crone left it. Now I'm roaming in Bergana, trying to piece together a spell to cure me, among other things. Yes, I'm aware. Following Clara Predin, are you? at a break, she left in the direction of Manthill Forest, rushing to save her brother or something. I fear the girl won't make it, says a voice on predicament. Even if she doesn't make it, why do you care? Why do you want to join me so badly? What's your goal? My goal is to survive, same as yours, judging by the blackened hand. I don't have any recent hexes, but I'm still afflicted with a much older curse. I feel chills and a sense of foreboding. Something else on my mind too. Have anything to say? Shouldn't I be asking that question? Are you the one who's supposed to impart the key words to me, for which I came here, all the way from Ursus? It all led to you. That's true, to know what book that hack stole from you, but I've also seen her, not just in real life, in dreams too. She shared something into my hand in one of those dreams. She sheared. It burns and won't subside unless you read it. Let me just roll up my sleeve. And yeah, this fellow is pretty sheery. Hardly recognizes himself, although haven't changed a bit in my eyes, not even gloating or pose. No. That's what I actually remember him by, his pose and smile. When we still didn't know about the reaping exactly. So she is truly a great sorcerer. Always gets her way. What you got here, the same handwriting. And with every step your burden shall become heavier, for you carry it for many, and their number increases still. Ye gods, the writing vanishes. Such a relief. What do these words mean, Plank? What are they? I don't know, Shylan. Need to think this through. But I won't be staying in the inn. Can't say I'd be happy about absorbing anyone else's sorcery. And by the way, just a reminder, call me Hopper Rowley. And you are Rask, a store owner from Albius. Names are not to be used in vain. Times are too dire for such foolishness. Let's go. Of course, you were the only one to notice the magical veil of the dreams cast over the inn and Sherlan, rather Rask's, appearance. For everyone else, it's business as usual. Seems like Aix is done preparing and is ready to continue onwards. You don't have to introduce Rask to your companions. They know the shopkeeper from Albius. However, everyone is surprised to find him in the middle of nowhere, and more so that he's going to accompany you from now on. As you exit the inn, Rask pulls you aside looking mysterious. Seems like he's got something important to tell you. Yeah, and what might that be? What a guy. Maybe I should cultivate a pose and smile indeed. Not many people in this game smile without looking smug about it, so it's pretty characteristic. Yes, it is true. What a guy. Blank, or rather, Hopper. Wait, I haven't told you everything. When the old woman brought Cleda Brenin, news of her father's execution had already spread. There was also a girl from Ursus, Philia. So they wanted to bring Cleda to Opakum, but she just kept rambling about her brother, Mact, before dashing west through the swamps. In the end, our understanding came too late. Don't know where Thorn's daughter is now. The old woman's been petrified since, and Philia's inconsolable. Okay, so Philia lost Cleda. And then they headed to Opakun anyway. I needed to get to the Highborg, but then had a dream about the old hack that very night. She threw this damn thing on my hand and said something cryptic. I figured that there was no point trying to comprehend the message, only that I must relay it to you. What did she tell you, and why do you think I'm the recipient of her message? She mentioned you by name, and called you Plank instead of Hopper. So listen up. You need to venture your quest, and keep in mind that even a scoundrel can be useful. That's not much to go on. Is that it? Was there at least another word? Must I solve her riddles again? Well, lies one big riddle. She also said I need to accompany you. I'm asking, what did I do to deserve this? And she dismissed it, saying the real trial lies in Frika, or somewhere nearby, and that it spells certain doom for you. That sure is some good news, friend. Well, nothing to do but face the music.
There is one solace for those marching to their doom. The Gabonan Road is filled with people fleeing the enemy. There are no looks of disdain for the penal battalion heading to face the attackers.
The battalion heading face to attackers will get nothing but respect from them. That was said a little bit differently though.
Having left the impenetrable fortress of Hyborg behind, Thornbrennan's former companions approach Frigga. The fortress of White Stone is under siege. If the blood of your enemies cannot wash away your shame, your life will buy redemption. A Shadow Clan warrior serves his employer as long as it doesn't infringe his loyalty to the Shadow Clan. Treachery is unforgivable.
So
Shadow Clan's code for warriors of peace.
So interesting enough, like if we would be having Torn, we would actually be playing with our old companions, but now we just hear that yes, they are going there and battling, and we don't know what will be ending up to happening with them, so they might all very well die for sure with this, because there's no one like me to try to guide them to actually stay alive. Maybe others can survive, but we'll see. Well, I guess we will go and start a chapter with the Shadow Clan too. We are early in the evening still after all. Substitutable. I wonder, that would be the one interesting thing to check, if how many chapters there exactly is in this game. That's maybe the one of the most interesting ideas to know. How many exactly chapters there is. Yeah, here's Ursus. So there's this great mountain range that is kind of separating our group from this group that was right here at Hyborg, yes. They were at Hyborg, there's Rika. Yep, we are just skipping Torn's chapters indeed. But hey, at least it's a quicker game that way. Last is Slaughter, and you know what I say about Slaughter, you can't have it without laughter. So hey, we all die, the game just tells us the story without playing. Yep, pretty much seems like it. Seems like it, you see. Well, it was one of the achievements also to let Torn get killed. So hey, I got that achievement, so I can't be too unhappy about it, you know? I bet there's some chatting to do. Well, not actually that much, just karma. Will the NC ever take off his mask? There must be a way to get rid of it. When will you remove your mask? When its power releases me. Do you remember your home? Thinking of my home is more painful than remembering my lost world. Memories of home are painful for me too. Did you burn it down and kill your loved ones? No, I renounced them. I renounced mine too, but afterwards I killed them. That's good. Just killing them. Did the gods destroy your world? Even behind a veil of madness I pondered that, and the She-Reaper's beautiful words, which flowed like the mountain brook. She said that the gods are like humans. What do you mean? Ask her where you see a delicate shadow wielding immense power. A light bow will be slung over her shoulder, and not even a band of warriors will be strong enough to draw it. Do not attempt to sweep aside the black tresses covering her face. There's only death underneath. How many Reapers have you seen? I saw 5 of them, though 3 were mere shadows. They cannot assume physical forms in several places at once, but the Umbra are numerous, and any one of them can become a Reaper. Great. Seems so rude to say just take it off, but And we're back to the Death Wish Iceman. Well, we did play for a while. We started a little bit earlier with Ash of God, so we did actually play quite a while with the other guy, but you didn't see most of it, unfortunately. The true measure of achievement, well, murder does simplify things in some aspects, massively complicates in others. Yeah, good talk. Yeah, but I have to ask this because it's an option. Take it off. I'd have to rip off my skin. But that's not the reason I can't do it. See the rings of my fingers. If I take them off, the lances will fall like dead leaves, and nothing will bring them back to life. If you remove my mask, I'll fall too. It's an unbreakable enchantment. And nobody could do it. I heard that the Black Mask Warriors did it, but I cannot be sure. It's possible they made masks taken from people like me. I've unmasked those that I've killed, and have only found ordinary faces. Who were those Black Mask Warriors? They tried to oppose the Reapers, and us. It didn't go well. Still, watching them, I realized that the Reapers aren't invincible. Good talk, Kama. Kama, here's my advice. When you've got time, warrior, find peace in your heart. My heart is a desert where peace cannot be found. Good talk, very good talk. No one has level ups, which is kind of very sad. Well, Kama does. Guess I can give some level up to Kama, actually 7 points, so quite of a bit. So what do these do? Next rank +3 attack, +2 walking, +5 to health, +5 to energy. Skill, digit, slap, chap even. Will be -3 health to the cost of the ability. To everyone on the line, I do like that ability. Sure, let's put at least 1 point into that. Some more walking I think I like. Let's put even the other one, so then it was just he requires cooldown but won't be taking any health from him. I think I like that. Then I have to put one more into here. So +5 to health and +5 to energy I think is okay. That would be also more attack, of course. So then I can put something into here. Yeah, I guess I missed a lot. You missed about an hour. Yes, about an hour, Flame. Sorry. Who is a slappy chap? Maybe I misheard. I don't think I said that, but I'm not sure. Maybe I did. Anyways, +2 to attack, +2 to damage to the deadly jab. Skill retaliation would be nice. Skill mental strike. Let's unlock that and then get some more damage to the deadly jab at least. Should I get some more or should I do something else? I guess I could even take something from here, but it's just energy and health basically, these things. Well, let's give some more energy to Kama. I would also be liking to use him in battle, but who would I replace then? Well... Swordsman. Also, this Kamaka and his muscles, that looks really weird. Yep. I wonder if in this episode all of those girls will throw themselves on Lopen again, and he, as always, will be stoic about it. We'll see, I guess. I guess I could try to replace Kendi, but Kendi doesn't then definitely need this, so I guess I give that ring, health ring, to Kama. So, that would be okay. Then let's continue our journey. There's only one way to go, the Grimrock path to the Black Obelisk. So let's go onwards. We at least have a pretty nice amount of Strixes, so that's not too big of an issue. You see a pregnant Risian woman lying on the road, unconscious from dehydration and holding an infant. You stop. The child moves, but is too weak to cry. Janet wins it in revulsion. Such people don't survive. Look at her. She's practically dust. Giving her water is a waste of time. It won't make a difference. The only merciful thing to do is kill her. You examine the woman. She's still breathing, but doesn't have much time left. Judging by the wounds on her wrist, she tried to make the child drink her blood. To be honest, it's not like we can really be carrying a woman like that. And for low paying, it might work that we would just allow Shanette to finish the woman off, but it just feels so wrong to do. Save the woman if we can. You approach the woman and bring a flask of water to her lips. The water runs down her cheeks until finally she seems to swallow. Take the child and try to make him drink, you tell your companions. Those ready to give a child their blood to drink deserve respect. You grab the woman, lifting her as she swings blindly with the knife. She strikes your shoulder, but she's weak. The blade doesn't even puncture your clothes. You can't help but be amused. You take the weapon, throwing it to the crowd. What an idiot. Let's bring her to a well. If she clings to life this tightly, she may actually survive. You spend a full day saving the woman, but journey's end, she's come to her senses. She rises, taking the crying baby back from you, and thanks you for your help. She says that the local watch was killed by the bandits, and she fled. She removes Strixes and several gold coins from her belt and gives them to you. Yay! We gained gold! Even if time passed, yes. Only received less Strixes, but at least we received 100 gold. So it wasn't completely useless. Of course, after stream of Kashid porn and stories of weird Paris activities, I'm sure we'll all as numb to those words as Louis. Yes, pretty much. You hear Kama muttering something under his mask even. Listening closer, you tell that he's singing. It's a temple hymn that amazed you when Reed sang it, but it sounds much quieter coming from Kama. The NC senses your interest. You decide to talk to him. The lullaby my mother used to sing for me is all I have left. Fortunately, she didn't live long enough to see me in a mask, and my world covered in flames. Alright, I won't bother you with the conversation. We just started conversation then. Why bother? How many years have you worn the mask? In 1 year. Here also last 300 days. It'd be 5 years, but I wasn't mad when I put it on. It was a sign of valor. There were many who sought admission to the sacred hunt. There was talk about the end of the world. We were the ones to delay it. But you couldn't do it, could you? My world was enveloped with flames during its final hours. Many things became evident when the sacred stones appeared. Why would the gods build obelisk of protection? And protection from what? There, gods, but the madness leaves little doubt. Do you think the same fate awaits our world? Do you ponder fate while in battle? You just fight. How does anyone fight the gods? You can't go wrong by fighting your enemies. How do you fight? However you can. Whom did the sacred hunt target? The people, those called heretics, those renegades who hadn't gone mad and fought up us wearing black painted masks, those who tried to destroy the sacred stones, thinking that they were the source of all woes. Did you kill them? Yes, we tried to do that near the menhirs. They demanded blood. It was like a voice, controlling us. But the sacred stones were insatiable. The lands around the vineyards of the gods became practically deserted. What made you believe in the end of the world? There were many signs. The sun grew brighter and brighter, burning everything out. The Blake shined powerful throats and wrists. Most importantly, many changed into monsters. The spawn of the abyss. We massacred entire villages if we saw just one of them. But it didn't help you. Nobody thought about that. Even after we got here, we kept doing as the voice told us. We filled the sacred stone with power and became the embodiment of evil. The poison that kills whoever touches it isn't harmful to us. So the evil brought you here. I'm not sure it was evil, now when the fog inside my head lifted. I think there was more than one voice. You could hear Shoe under the burned skies, and under the hateful racket you could hear something else, a plea, adornment, and remorse. Were there always only voices? No, we saw the Umbra heralds the same year the Menhirs appeared. They put rings on our fingers and taught us how to use lancets, the flying swords they brought with them. That's when we stopped taking our masks. That's when we stopped taking our masks off. Did those Umbra look like people? They looked how they pleased. The sun shone through their bodies. There were moments it seemed as if they weren't even there, but their touch, when they taught us, was stronger than that of the mightiest warrior. Did the Menhirs give them strength? No, not them. They told us that the gods themselves live in their bodies, nurturing them. They said that the gods saw through their eyes, touched us with their hands. We wept tears of joy when we heard it. Haven't you tried killing those Umbras? Others did. Our enemies were black masks, but as far as I know, no one succeeded. The Umbra had to deal with some internal conflicts though. They didn't die in the end. They're incorporeal beings. So if the Umbra fought each others but the gods nurtured them, does that mean that the gods opposed each others? That's what I think about constantly. What if my burning body was the gods' battlefield? Where are they then? Do you no longer hear voices? I hear breathing, like a mighty warrior's being crushed under a mountain and can't awaken. It's terrifying. Someone must have been in charge here, right? The Umbra, they met us near the stone. They prophesied a quick victory and then vanished. They appeared in place of power. You call them Reapers. Alright, I won't bother you with conversation. More of it. As you wish. You don't have to talk, hear, or even listen if you choose not to. What made you believe in the end of the world? Yes, that is quite of a question. What would make you believe? I don't know. Phew. I think it's finally done. I spent way too much time drawing this. Well, I hope it's some nice drawing. You should at least share it with all of us, for sure, Reese. Maybe you should put it into Discord. Well, let's finally try to get to the Black Obelisk, which we have been traveling to for a long while already. Quite a while anyways. You catch up with a couple of drunks, unsuspecting girls dragging the bloodied NC by a rope. He's been tortured and his right hand has been amputated. The NC groans. Seeing you and your companions, the shells stop in their tracks. Give the NC some water? Ignoring the shells, you examine the stranger. He's not dead, but close to it. You produce a flask and pour some water through the opening in his mask. But the NC begins seizing. He dies a moment later. Loyalty increased from Kama at least. His own kind left him as a deadly wounded man, Kama says quietly. The NC's cut off the hands to prevent the rings of the corpse from falling into the foreign hands. You swear you see a glimpse of tears through the slits in Kama's mask. You ask, why didn't they finish him off? Why didn't they spare him from the suffering? There was no man here, says Kama. The sacrifice was unnecessary, as was the rest. He's dying, but his suffering is of no consequence. Look, step torn needles under his toenails and fingernails, and sticking out through the opening in his mask. He's been blinded. The NCs didn't do it, but he doesn't care. find out where the girls found the NC. One of the Gels shrugs regarding Kama anxiously. It's here, not far away. There are many dead Frisians, but only one of his kind will bring him to the nearest watch. Why did you torture the wounded? You ask. What did you hope to learn? The Gel shrugs. We weren't trying to learn anything, just having fun. It's not a person, it's Mermin. He was already dying. Ask Reed to kill the girls. Tell Kama to kill the girls. Kill the girls yourself. Well, at least we're gonna kill them. One way or another. And yes, for Discord, I will in a moment. Thanks for Flame for the idea, by the way. Yay, Flame gave the idea. No problem, I'm glad that my dumb talk inspired you in some way. Okay. I prefer to rather do it myself, so kill the girls yourself. You take a step forward, draw your sword, and slit both Icelanders' throats with a single stroke. The road is silent. Those who torture or hurt others for pleasure should expect a miserable fate themselves, you say. Violence without purpose must be punished. Maybe someday I will be at the Black Obelisk. One freaking day. Yay, I think that day is now. Woohoo! Nothing happened in the Black Obelisk then, it's just freaking long time otherwise, but then nothing happens here. So will I go to the Salty Well? I guess we are going to the Roman men here. The Salty Well, or the Quimbra path to the Tortured Stockade or Royal Tower. Specializes on producing salt through evaporation. The best salt in all Termine comes from this settlement's hot wells even, not walls. Old Tower. A grim prison for unruly prisoners. The dried up tortured bodies hang on the outer sand wall walls, cracked brown with blood. Well, it's there. That. Well, at least Flame Rushi recognizes it. I'll check it after this stream for sure. I do remember that then, Tajunta. Good, good. I'll go to the Tortured Stockade. I'm kind of interested to check it out. Plus, I can still go to the Salty Well if I wish afterwards. So, if I wish. Tortured Stockade. Just off the road, you hear shouting, barking, and muffled growls. You investigate, discovering a huge wolf tied to a tree. It's muzzled, and its hind legs are secured by a wishing net. Several Chilean women hurl rocks at the animal, preparing to set their dogs upon it. A man holding a torch tied to a long stick thrusts it towards the wolf. It's muzzled. Huge wolf. It won't make the dogs any braver, but it will make the humans even fouler. No, Reed says gloomily. It won't make the dogs any braver, but it'll make humans even fouler, Reed says gloomily. Since in the element of surprise, you slowly draw your sword. Killed a couple of dogs. Seems to free the animal. I shall free the animal. You step before the woman with your sword drawn. 3 swings is all it takes to cut the ropes binding the animal. The dogs scatter with their tails between their legs. The wolf limps towards the forest. Silence falls over the little glade. The Gelian woman huddle together and the children run into the bushes. The man tries to save his dignity. You look back at your companions. Could this wolf confess the location of its lair? No. Then what's the point in torturing it? The Gale's eyes are full of hatred. It was killing our cattle. Then why didn't you kill it? To teach it a lesson? Trying to make the fool swear that it will never kill cattle again? The Gale grabs steak from the ground and snarls menacingly. Remind me why is some squinted-eyed schlep ordering the grills around? Threaten the Gale first. You step forward, striking the gal below the knees with one fluid swing of your sword. Because he can, you reply as he topples to the ground. The Gallian woman ran away screaming. There should be a point to everything, you tell your companions. Nourishment, survival, or enrichment as means of avoiding poverty, but the beast's suffering is pointless. This bastard's suffering is pointless, at least when the other bastards can't see it. You beat the wheezing tail out of his misery. Yep. And yes, I'll see it later. It's good that it's a nice one. Found it pretty funny, so I just randomly started working on it. Okay. So many encounters that we're having on this road, though. So many encounters. Well. Sure, let's go to the shepherd's shelter rather than the salty well. So, shepherd's shelter. Sure, whiz. Yeah, apparently we did kill him, but only after at least the woman and children who weren't watching didn't see, I guess. Something is happening in the roadside ditch. It sounds like wild dogs have cornered a hawk. You hear crows and a muffled squeal. You get closer and it's no hawk. It's a fat, middle-aged Frisian, desperately kicking at the dogs. He doesn't stand a chance. Your companions try to chase the pack away. Forbid your companions from helping the Frisian. Yeah, just let him die. Watch him die. Intervene. In 2 or 3 quick strides, you move past your companions and kill most of the dogs. The rest of the pack scatters, whining. The Frisian showers you with gratitude, but the moment you turn your back to him, he tries to kill you. Yay! You turn around, deflect the Frisian's blow, and slice his head off. Seeking gratitude makes you vulnerable, you say as the head rolls away. Lopeng is really trying to teach everyone at the moment, isn't he? He's all the time like, this isn't what you should be doing, you should be doing this, and now then, seeking gratitude makes you vulnerable. Better do not seek it, because you still manage to get some, now and then. Search him. Well, he got gold from him, I guess. Okay. Anyone else who wants to chat? Nope, no one wants to chat us up with us, with this guy. Guess good. Lo Feng says yes. Well, I guess we shall be continuing on our way. Not that many Strixes left though. You hear barking and growling. As you draw closer, you see a pack of step dogs mauling a woman. Covered in blood and no longer able to scream, she lies in the dirt, desperately trying to protect a bundle. It must be her baby. Your companions are itching to rush to the rescue. Sure, intervene. It's all the time like, will we help? Will we not help? Will we help? Will we not help? Sure. You must move past your companions and kill most of the dogs with a few swift strides. The rest of the pack scatters, whining. Still, the woman is beyond salvation. She clutches her ripped throat and wheezes for air. You've no choice but to put her out of her misery. Your mortified companions watch as you pick up the infant. If a man or a woman is dying in agony, it is any warrior's duty to end their misery, you explain, not to rescue other people's children and waste time looking for a nurse. Fortunately, you soon meet a large company of travelers, one of whom is a nursemaid. You pay her, leaving the infant in her care. Some gold lost, but that's a-okay. He's really at this chapter especially just all the time. Lessons after lessons after lessons. The itching inside the acorn patterns makes you grind your teeth in pain and scratch your scars. It could be the reaping magic, the ambiguous salt in the air, or the recent journey through the ingenious desert. On top of everything else, the Strixes absorb your fatigue and burn themselves out. You see a man ahead, loaded with goods and money. He looks like a merchant, but his clothes aren't those of a man with means. Ask the merchant if he has anything for sale. The merchant readily drops his sacks to the dirt. I have many goods. Don't be fooled by my looks. They keep the bandits away. I have many useful things. Alrighty. Good. Let's see what useful things you might have. I have already all the fragments of this. I have 3 out of 6 of this. Monks slip a thread through this small piece used for meditation and prayer. Some say to help with the relaxation. Right now, the most soothing thing about this piece is the Strixes. And men here recur also with some Strixes. This gives some energy but also lowers health. This gives bonuses, I think, only. A silvery crescent made from a hide of a sacred animal and an enchantment by Gelian shamans. Protect the wearer from death itself, which is I guess okay, but I'm not sure if it's worth it. I don't know what to buy, other than I guess I could be buying this, just to get some more Strixes, just in case. Holds great power. Sure, I'll buy this still. I don't know if I want to buy anything else though, so I think that's fine. And yeah, no baby murder today. Narrowly avoided, very much so. Very narrowly avoided though only. So, +2 to energy and +4 to health. Maybe I'll give it to her. Maybe. It's difficult to sometimes know who should I be giving this to. Well, to the roaming men here we shall continue. Let's see how many more encounters we happen to have on the way. Marble quarries. Yep, this is our body where the stone was taken. Reed tells you that she knows what it cost you to give her the stone that saved her. You don't reply. Your stone absorbed the curse and died, she adds as she leaves. I don't know how the stones die, but that's how it felt. It's just a Strix now. This magic is very powerful, Akon. The stone completely just gave itself and died. That's very sad. As she leaves, you remember the price you paid for the stone. Only the best have them. You needed to win to rise to the top, and defeated warriors your age and older. In retrospect, those battles seem more terrifying than the ones you fight now. Reminiscence, of course. As they put you on the altar and prepare to insert another sacrificial stone into your flesh, you close your eyes. More to avoid seeing the friends you killed and mutilated for this moment than to avoid seeing the rite itself. It doesn't help. The real question is, were they really your friends? Didn't they try to give you a taste of your own medicine? Why? Be momentarily drunk on power coupled with the insatiable horror of humiliation? Or maybe you wanted to feel this red-haired woman's piercing gaze on your back. Continue on our way, of course, then. Just to the Roman men here. From there to the Qumran Sanctuary and everything, Marauders. The road goes through an abandoned Gelian village. The ancestral towers are in ruins and the gardens are abandoned. A young Frisian shovels earth near the roadside altar. There are several sacks, a street merchant's cart, and a chest that hawkers carry on their shoulders. You shake your head. There is no worse act for an Akon than disturbing the ashes of a deceased. It's strange. The Shadow Clan is indifferent to the fates of strangers, but is quick to ensure their fall and rest peacefully. It might be because after death we are all mixed in the cauldrons of the gods. At least that's what the temple servants say. Kill the marauder because we don't want them to be disturbing the dead. You put the marauder to death and throw both his body and the merchant's possessions into an open grave. Using things stolen from the dead is desecration, no matter who does it. There are no people in Terminion who approve of grave robbing. Your companions whisper in approval behind you. Yay! Morale is average 40%. Woohoo! We actually are getting high on morale with this company. Are those encounters random or scripted to specifically appear? I have no idea. At least I would think that it's a little bit different which path you happen to be going and walking through. But some of these are probably something that would be happening anyways, no matter which path you take. I don't know. And yes, not bad. Morale is even average. Woohoo! I think specifically up here. Well, it would make sense that then there's more. It matters more which road you happen to take. Also, yay, we're average! A column of smoke rises from behind a low hill. You skirt around it and discover a roadside hut engulfed in flames. Children scream inside, and a Gellian woman trasses about while a bunch of Frisians idly watch and exchange pander. The Wodan Inquisitor's description of the Aegons comes to mind. Gellian woman trasses about while a bunch of Frisians idly watch and exchange banter. Well, I guess I will attack the Frisians and send one of your companions to rescue the woman. Sure. You pick the best person for the job. You won't have much time, you say quietly. Try to rescue the children. That's more important than killing the Frisians. Alus nods and tries to get past the Frisians. When you attack, Alus darts to the burning hut. Well, apparently Alus is the best for that. Hey, Tomme. Nice to see you too. More Finnish survival games. Yeah, sort of, for sure. Welcome to stream for you too. Hopefully you have had a good week. For sure with. Well, who else do I want to then have into the combat when we don't have Alus? Candice, Warty. I'll take the archer, I guess. This was my choice now then anyways. Let's see if this will be working out. Lots of spearmen and crossbowmen, so it's kind of unfortunate. Let's have the archers here. I think you could be just a little bit ahead in all reality. Yeah. Yeah, I guess. Guess that should be okay. Can't use any of the cards, of course, yet. And I doubt I can hit any one of these. Well, I can if I move just a little bit ahead. I could be hitting at least one or another, but I think I'll just move with you first. Though I don't exactly love the situation we have here in hand, but still, if I move someone, it's going to rather be you than someone else. From here, someone is going to be able to attack you, but I guess that's okay. Increase defense though, so that you will at least take less damage. He used pretty much all of his freaking energy. I always wish that I would have had taken the counter-attack, but on the other hand, you took very little damage from that, so I'm not too unhappy with that. So which attacks did you have? You had everyone on the line. Pretty nice things, in all reality. It was his line that I would need to be if I wanted to hit all the way over there, on the other hand. Guess I could be moving with you first and you just can shoot this one at least. You can get a little bit forward. That's fine. Just take away his energy completely. If we can have a nice line of enemies here, that would be nice. So. Yeah, it's basically only two though, but anyways. It's not that bad. You get some more distance that you can move. You will be using quite a bit of energy if I take you all the way there though. It's kind of a shame. Well, I guess I will do that anyways, because it feels more logical to do so. So just hit this guy a bit with those lovely drawing daggers. Yeah, this is kind of like Russian Banner Saga, Ash of Gods. So. That's fine. It's fine. You can come and take his energy away. I think it's totally a-okay. Pretty easily. They can be coming forward all they wish. Of course, then there's all the crossbowmen, which are the more of a problem, to be completely honest. I could easily kill the one, for sure. I do kind of hate all the crossbowmen, for sure, because I always do hate them. But, and of course I could always consider moving with him already. Like, I could basically be killing quite a few after all. Yeah, I just needed to move a little bit closer to do one of these. It at least would increase your energy just a little bit if I would go into there. Which I kind of like the idea of. I'm just a little bit worried about those, but maybe it could be okay if I come and do that. As long as I just then do... Yeah, all damage that is received is going to be going for the health. Just because of the fact that there's a risk that otherwise there's going to be quite of a bad amount of damage done, because it would all go for the health even. Or worse damage anyways. Okay, one taken care of. I'm worried about this guy though. Yep, he's using a lot of energy to move, which I'm not very surprised about. Yep. At least he wasn't able to take the energy. Just move here. And try to kill this guy then, I guess. With this ability. It does take a little bit away from him too, but on the other hand, if I just take energy, it's not too big of a serious thing, to be honest. Sure, it damages you a little bit too, but you're okay. It's just a little bit of energy, right? Okay, only played the first Banner Saga. The tactical aspect looks fun. Story any good? Story has been interesting from my point of view thus far, and there's definitely different paths that can happen. I let one person at least, who is a main hero, one of the main guys, kind of get killed, so my story definitely will be a little bit different than some others will. For certainty. To be honest, I want to take you all the way over here. Why not? Sure, this guy is gonna shoot you, but it's gonna be okay. But yeah, I definitely started to at least get better in this game. I used to definitely be worst in this, in the start, for sure. Could take just the energy, or I could be actually properly killing you, but it takes quite a bit of your own health, which might very well go and kill you yourself, so I guess I'll just do this rather. At least they have less possible actions that they can do and attacks that are very mean if they have very low energy. At least you're out of the way from here so that you can actually move further, which I prefer. So health to all the adjacent units. Unfortunately, you can't quite get into a position where you'd be able to hit two guys, which is very unfortunate. Well, that's a shame. Guess I won't do then that sort of a lovely attack, necessarily. Was there any specific card that I could use? Reduce the health of all of them. Would almost kill a lot of them, but not quite. So... let's just move you all the way up here, I'd say. Think that's going to be very good. Guess I'll try to kill this guy. Yeah, it's just a flesh wound. And yeah, it depends who you ask if the story is good. I'd say we haven't played Banner Saga, so it's hard to make a comparison. Yep, I haven't played the Banner Saga yet myself either, after all. More like a survival where trying to keep peeps alive, kind of get killed, kid. His head came off. He's pretty dead. Yes, but I didn't want to spoil how he got killed. See? It will grow back. Pathfinder Kingmaker phone 1 million hours now. It never fucking ends. Well, at least you're getting the content, right? Right? Well, I guess I'll do this action even though... No! I forgot to do the thing that I needed to do. I forgot to do the freaking defense, because obviously now that I was target right here, like he needed the defense, so that he would actually survive when people attack him, which isn't the case right now, which is going to be a huge freaking problem. Well, I guess I made that accidental mistake there then, which isn't good. Not good at all, but I guess I can't help it, and it basically means that we will get some kills, deaths to our crew. Well, does not end turn, at least have that defense, because you're pretty forward in here. At least kill this archer so he won't be a trouble, I'd say. I'd prefer that, so that there's will at least only be 3, but yeah, this guy's going to be a problem now because he can do that attack. I told you I needed the defense, but I forgot to do it because I was talking to you guys. It's all your fault. Try to break free, but I get pulled back. Oh well. And yes, Are has been playing it a lot too. Yes, 2 victims of Pathfinder. You too, Tommy. Very much so. Ah, gosh. Why did I do such a silly mistake? At least this guy doesn't have energy. So I'll try to see about dealing with this guy a little bit, because this cannot do that great of an attack, I don't think, with that health. So you come forward, I'd say. You would be almost able to take his energy away. So this takes 10 damage. Yeah, this uses a lot of your energy, so you cannot really easily do it if I then just take your energy really, really low. But just take the defense just in case anyways. Well, but this very well may result that actually I'm losing some people because I made that silly mistake, which is very annoying. Yep. I'm losing him just because of that stupid mistake, which is very, 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 very freaking annoying. Those guards don't really help me either, to be honest, so... just because I forgot to press run freaking button. What can we do? What was this? Well, I guess I'll try to do that one then. What class? Sorcerer and then Thomas Wizard. I want to play Insomnia too, but too little time. Yeah. Well, you'll get to play it at least at some point, I'm sure. Let's at least take your energy then, for the moment. Yep. You're killing him because... you can. That was such an annoying and stupid way for me to lose him, because I just forgot to give him the defense. Very, 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 very annoying. Absolutely annoying as hell. Just take some of his energy down at least. You have 2 health. Should be dead. Now you may kill someone else because of that. Yep. That indeed happened. It all snowballs when you don't accidentally do the one move that you specifically should be doing. All snowballs from there. Well, at least I can kill you, I guess, so I'll do that. I'll do that at least. Die. At least Kama is getting some experience. This guy's of course going to be able to move, but... what was that guard? I didn't exactly notice the Luke. Did it take... I don't know. What did it exactly do? Stuns all party members and increases attack. No, that's not worth it at all. That would just change all the energies and so on, but it would also put into risk a lot of other people, so I'm not exactly sure that's worth it. I guess I'll rather just go to this one here then, at the moment though. Just kill it. Dead. I hate archers. Crossbowmen. I hate them. Yeah, but they didn't die yet. They are like... In battles, if you lose them 4 times and you don't heal them in the meantime, they will be getting like skulls. And then they will, of course, at some point indeed go on and actually die. Go kill him. So he's not lost completely yet, but he got a wound because of this when he died in this battle. He got some rewards, 1 skull, 1 skull, 1 skull, because these two died in this battle, so get 1 red skull. As a result, yeah, 4 wounds, but that hasn't happened yet. Nope, not at least for me. After the battle, you watch the house collapse on itself. Alus listens to the Gellian woman nearby. According to her, the Vrisians were extorting her before setting fire to her home. Now she'll have to plead with distant relatives to take her in. She hands you a Strix-encrusted pendant to show her gratitude. You look at the pendant. It's sleep time. You hear yourself say, "Keep it. It can save the children. Lectors were wearing it. We have to go now." Wearing it. These Vrisians weren't providing for themselves, you say to no one in Patricolor. They were having a lark and paid for it. As for the children, sometimes it's not what you've done, but what you didn't do that disrupts one's inner peace. And of course I have played Battle Brothers, I should be continuing more too. Doesn't ring a bell. I have a few videos of it in my channel too, is Seneko. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be very easily losing them because of battle as such, but it's still possible. You can heal your parties using these Trixies, but you use Trixies all the time anyways to stay alive at the moment, so it's a little bit dangerous. I can at least get you a level up though. What do I want? I guess take focus. And yes, that's why you recognize the name. Haven't played. Yes. Yeah, I would like to try Battle Brothers, but I don't own it yet. We have to be getting you the game at some point, Sare. We have to be doing such a thing. Okay, let's just continue on this path. Forevermore. I should be or I could be possibly continuing that game too, in all reality. Oh, I like XCOM, but not that interested in medieval fantasy, so maybe not for me. Well, it's not exactly fantasy. Well, it's fantasy, but highly recommended. There's a monster expansion coming out this autumn too. Oh, that's nice. That's a lot of shitload of German folklore monsters. Okay. You stop at the pole located at the crossroads. The colorful patches hanging from it indicate that the Krimra frequent this place. You know that you'll find as Reed approaches. Reed looks around worriedly, then shows you a large bare spot on the ground and trail that bend around it. That's right, Akon. It's the Krimra path, even though it's hard to meet them here. A wandering around men here should appear. You just need to lure it. Here's the trail. Ask why Reed is uneasy. What happened? You ask Reed. You seem troubled. Reed looks back, catches your eye, and approaches. Okay. You look at Reed and feel what you felt when she was singing in Wodan. It's indescribable. She is not singing now, though. She has something important to say. This is the place. The shortcut begins here. When the Roman menhir appears, we'll douse it with blood, and it will transport us to the menhir near your home. Weapons, armor, and all. We don't have a package train full of loot. We'll keep everything we're carrying. How soon will the menhir appear? It's usually revealed by now, but sometimes you have to wait. How much blood do we need to spill? I can't tell for sure. The raping changes everything. Before, a ballful from each warrior was enough. Well, is there any other way? There's no other shortcut. From here, the Krimra would normally travel to the reclining menhir nearby, but something very gruesome is going on. It's been a year since the Vrisian let anyone near that menhir. I think that's where the Inquisitors were sending us. The men here can be lured out. Death may attract it, but will also anger the Menhir Guardian. What do you think? Who is this Guardian? He's not a Quimera. He's master of these lands. He has no castle or army, save for the bandits in the Vale of Mercy, and they're just a diversion. He serves the roaming Menhir. What exactly are you going to do? Well, we're gonna be using the Menhir when we have that option, because if I let her die, then clearly we couldn't be doing this. Well, there's plenty of sexy ladies in this group if you wanted that. This group at previously, yeah, that's probably the most weirdest and memorable thing that we asked from one specific woman about what she thought when she was examining a kind of a tall pyramid of dead men put into it. And her thoughts was about the fact that the men have different sizes of penises. So that was a little bit weird. Like, looking at the giant can have a small one, and the small one can have a big one, and so on and forth, which was very strange, but okay then. Yes, Reed is nice. I like Reed, as in this woman that we're talking to now. Her I like. Some of the others, not as much. You could almost be losing some of them as sus. Okay, well, I guess I will wait for the Menhir to appear. And yes, indeed. In a detached manner, if it doesn't appear by the end of the day, I'd say there's no shortcut. Reed tries to say something, but you silence her. More talk is unnecessary. Having considered the situation at hand, you summon Reed. I guess we could try to spill some blood. I don't really know what the sacrifice would here mean, but this is specifically a clear decision path. We could just be going and giving up on the shortcut, but I don't want to be doing that now. Classic RPG dialogue talking about, yes, indeed. The others also aggressively trying to jump on Lofe, slap that it's scary. Kinda, yeah. I will say we should spill blood. Reed speaks up. When the reaping began, everything changed. We must leave the plain, but the Roman Menhir might not appear in time. Unfortunately, I'm not sure what it will take to lure it out. All I know is that blood must be spilled. Shannet grins wickedly. There's a burden in every party, and ours is no exception. Let's get rid of it and use the free blood. Shannet draws her sword. She's poised to run Alus through, but a shard of Kama's flying sword knocks the weapon from her hand. Yes, Shannet is the woman that specifically did this, so Shannet, my dear, maybe you should be the sacrifice then, if you wish to be sacrificing someone. Not Mass Effect style. They just talk about stuff though, but no, not actually anything like that. Also careful about Mass Effect Alt, avoiding spoilers for it. Yeah, but one person at least in YouTube did say that it's pretty difficult to try to avoid a relationship in Mass Effect, which maybe he shouldn't have mentioned it, but on the other hand, I do have to say that I probably have to be a little bit harsher for... What was the human guy's name? With a K letter. Anyways, because I don't want the relationship, so I guess I have to do so. But it's kind of a little bit stupid if it's pushing it that much, but well. But yeah, it's difficult to avoid all 100% spoilers. And yeah, Gaiden. But if I must, then I must. But anyways, yes, knocks the weapon from her hand. The NC struggles to speak the foreign language. We do not hit the victim. There is an enemy coming here. We will fight the Gels. Well, we will be fighting the Gels. Gaiden, my man, main man from Amsterdam. Let's go and fight. And this time, I'll try not to freaking forget to use the damnable defense that will save all of us, basically. Okay, how do I want to be starting this battle? I guess you can be in front there. It's a little bit maybe riskier, but I think that can be okay. And those are the special cards that we can use in specific turns. And I can start a... Some of them at least had the Axtros, yeah. These guys. I don't like the Axtro. Why must he have an Axtro? It's very annoying. Why? Why? Well, I guess No, I could start with you, as I was meaning to come here and boost energy. Thank you. So that he can have some energy already. I like that. Like, sure, I could go all the way there, but I don't feel inclined to do so. I'll just move a little bit ahead. Maybe some of them want to be coming all the way in here. But, yeah, you're the tank, so to speak, as much as there is tanks in this game. You're definitely one of them. Came relatively far, yes. You can at least go and shoot him with the arrow, I'd say. Yeah, let's just take most of his energy down. And then slowly but surely they're coming forward. Not sure I wanna be taking all of them quite that far though. Let's see how much, but it's just basically the running distance, so I could go all the way here, so I guess I could, but it's not, it takes kind of a lot of energy from you, to be honest. Probably not worth it, but at least it's going to take almost all of this guy's energy down, which is at least kinda nice. Okay. Do you just go from battle to battle in this? Must have missed why these guys attacked. Well, they are enemies, and we anyways have to be sacrificing something to get this thing to appear, so hopefully this will be enough of a sacrifice to get this thing appear that we wish to get to appear. That actually could be a perfect place. Yep, I think I'm gonna be doing that exactly. Hopefully that guy isn't going to be moving next. I'm like thinking, I'm almost wanting to just go there immediately, but then I'm thinking that it would be more useful to go there after this turn. After the first action. Or after at least doing something with this guy. I guess I'll just move a little bit forward with you in the meantime. I guess that could be okay. And just not rush all the way down there yet. And then see what they do. Yeah, he's moving with this guy, but we'll see where he goes exactly. Apparently all the way down here. That's annoying. Well, he has a little bit of a defense. That's not nearly as good of a places then, though, which is kind of a shame. But of course I can do always then the sunburn first, which is going to still be nice enough of an attack without... yeah, just take all that at least down, then he's almost dead, which isn't that bad. You took almost all of my energy down, which I am not happy about, but still have enough. And I can do easily this to all adjacent units, so yeah, let's just go into here, get into position, and then, yeah, I'm just gonna do the... Actually, this freaking increases your defense by 42, which I forgot to do last time, because with the 42 defense, he's hardly killable even. And then just do this attack to all adjacent enemies, which at least kills 2 of them, which is sweet. That's better. It's not that difficult to avoid relationships, especially for a female shepherd, if you say so. At least the one other guy said before kind of said that they pretty much push it very much, so it's very difficult to be exactly avoidant, so it depends, I guess, how you would be thinking about it, I guess. could do a dead shot. It would be pretty much almost killing you, but on the other hand, there's hardly anyone who could reach you, but I don't think that's the best move yet. I definitely should deal with this guy first, because he definitely could reach you. There's not a lot of people on a line, unfortunately. I could be doing this always further away, so I should remember that. I didn't remember to do it now at least, but you can kill this guy at least. In the meantime, I'd say. Not too surprised that someone like that would want to be going and attacking him, but yeah, you're just wasting your time when you're trying to go and kill him. Absolutely wasting your time, but that's fine with me as sus. You can come forward, you can take the retaliation, and just take all of his energy, I'd say, and stun him anyway, so he loses his turn, which is not too bad. But yeah, they so desperately want to kill him, and he's pretty much invulnerable at the moment. So it's not going to be very successful. You're not going to be able to do the other shot from here, but at least you can shoot like this. You can almost kill this guy. Just not too bad. Again, as I told you, you shouldn't be attacking like that, but they just don't learn. The enemies don't learn. At least with this group, this guy can be extremely helpful in your survival if you just use him at all well. Let's just go forward, I guess. And maybe I should have moved with him first, but oh well. Get some defense though. And then you can attack. You can't do actually any damage anyway, so I guess it's no point. Oh, a new enemy comes into vision. I'm sure I like that. Well, that's a different sort of an issue then. Completely. Well, I guess I'll just give you some health first. Hurt those bards again, Strains and poor Kone falling asleep. Oh, Koneassa. He kind of fell asleep during lurking in Morrowind. Oh well, rip sleep schedule. Oh well, poor Koneassa. Well, welcome to stream again, I guess. But hello, it's nice to have you here. Hopefully you have had a good week nonetheless. But yeah, sleep schedule, poor sleep schedule. Okay, so this guy is kind of a problem though to kill. Unless I use this, which I guess I should be using in all honesty. It will do a little bit more damage to him too, because he doesn't have any energy. But on the other hand, it will kill this guy too, who has a lot of defense right now. So it's kind of nice to be able to kill him like that. Then there's only 2 guys left, which isn't too bad. Okay, are you attacking who? Yes, you're attacking this guy, and it's going to not be effective as long as he has that. No one just believes it. No one believes it. It's not going to be effective as long as he has this defense. None of them wants to believe. You can basically kill either one. But I'm sure pretty much that someone else could do so too. Let's do it with you, to be honest, if I can. I'll kill this guy, I guess, who came about into here just now. Why not? Then you can do something, I guess. Yay, you did it. But yeah, this group, especially now that I know how to fight with this guy, isn't that difficult. But there was especially the other group that isn't actually going to be played anymore by me, because I got him killed. It was a lot more difficult. So, and there is harder difficulties that you could have. The newly appeared men here is huge, so big it could crush the entire Frisian Legion. It's strange that you didn't notice the moment it appeared. It makes sense why many travelers think the Roman menhir is a mirage. It hovers above the ground. Reid is downcast. Here it is. But its guardian is missing. A very bad sign. I can't help you, Aegon. I must prepare for the shortcut. You look around. Help? With what? Aren't all the cells dead? Reid shakes her head. It's NCs. I can sense them already. They flock to the menhirs like bees to flowers. Get ready to fight. Okay, so we're gonna have to fight some NCs as well. You close your eyes for a moment and indeed sense a looming danger. The masked warriors who appear by the sacred stones at Reaptime must be close. Okay. Hopefully they are good snacks, Tajunta. At least we're gonna be getting some level ups, so that's nice. What do I want for Lufeng? Though, is the great question. I guess I could take some energy. Even another point. Takes away from the cooldown. Let's just have some more energy, I guess. Reid, on the other hand, can have something from here now. I guess this could be nice. Deadshot. Just one to attack. Let's take this. What about you? +3 to damage, or... yeah, let's take that, I guess. Then Genji also gained a level up. 1, 2, 3, so yeah, sure, let's take some energy for you. Shannet gained a level up. 4, you already have 4. -1 to cooldown in the substitutes. +1 to attack and -1 to cooldown. +2 to health with the bloodletting, sure. Let's take that, I guess, a little bit. Then Doom, on the other hand. Take some health. What about Karma? What do you want, Karma? Let's take some more health, I guess. It's not bad to have some extra health. And then... Swarty, as the other bowman is going to come in, I'd say. I'm gonna keep this with her, though. That's fine. Aw, sad that Tome doesn't have snacks. To be honest, I wouldn't have snacks either, so... Okay, this is all going to be interesting because we are actually going to be attacked kind of from 2 sides. I could try to be moving with him immediately, though, so I think I might actually try to do that. Yeah, I think I will. I'm kind of afraid of having them all in one line, though. I remember that there was some problems with that, but I guess this could work, hopefully. So I think you should be able to get all the way into here, to be honest, so I shall definitely do that. That will help a lot. And yep, just... I will be trying to kill them, but I guess I should then do something else first. But which one? Because you can't quite kill them. You almost can, but not quite. I just want to investigate first. If you can, allow me to do that. So this takes health. So basically they can't do that easily. That they can do. So I could basically either do... Well, as such, I guess I could do the defense too. It just basically means that these guys you can take care of. Someone else, or they will have to be taking care of these. I guess that's okay. But it's a little bit different situation when we are this way a little bit separately here. Or 2 separate groups after all. Yeah, this way at least they will just be getting themselves killed and you will be just fine. Just a-okay. It's a shame that you can't quite reach any of them. Quite a shame. Well, I think I will just move with you a little bit then forward first. So maybe some of them will be tempted to come and attack you. Just have that right now then, and fast turn. of his rises. Yep, they can still hurt quite a bit when they come and attack. Yeah, let's go from here and take care of his energy at the very least. I do think that this might be able to now reach here, but still, it's nice to at least get rid of that energy, and at least he wants to anyways try to attack him, so it's good, it's good, it's good enough. Okay, and then who wishes to attack next? I guess I could be moving with you and just shoot this guy. I should possibly also try to just go take care of these two, but I think this is okay too, for the moment anyways. Okay, he's using an attack. 10 damage isn't too big of an issue though, I gotta say. I guess you could give the little health bonus. By 10, it's okay. Sure, I could have used it to someone else too, but it's still okay there too. I don't like it. It's not too bad, but I don't still like it. You could almost kill him. Not quite. So close, but still not quite. Well, I guess we'll almost kill him. Okay, and you're of course boosting the health of him, which is fine. I can of course always easily do the sunburn if I wish. What do I want to do? I could do just again this. It's not like it would be killing any of us. Sure, it would take all of your energy, but it wouldn't be killing anyone. It would be almost killing most of them, but not quite, so I guess I shouldn't do it just yet. Anyways, guess you can shoot. That's fine, just get the kill. And then that guy's boosting that one, and they're just boosting each other's all the time. I guess it's kind of fine. Just move here, I'd say. Have to counter-attack just in case, if he tries anything. This is kind of putting you into more danger, but I'll just do it. At least it uses his kind of turn, in a sense. Okay, that's kind of... I would like that to be a little bit better, because I can't see well enough what exactly that does. Okay, it gave them a lot more health, which is fine, I guess, but good to know exactly what it did. It's just difficult sometimes to see exactly what something like that does. Oh, there's another one. Well, that's interesting. I didn't know that there would be a new one coming up. Well, that can be a little bit of an annoyance. Well, you can't easily kill all of these, even though I would love to. At least immediately. I guess I'll just do this then. Better do for this, I guess. This guy. They are just boosting each other, just boosting health and boosting everything, which is very annoying, I gotta say. It's very, very annoying. Never something that I exactly love when they do just that all the time. That's not exactly going to help me anyways. Just take the defense after you get into here. No, not that one. I meant the defense. Well, it's going to be golden there, which is kind of, I guess, fine, but a little bit annoying too. Let's at least get some of his energy down again. Okay, you took a lot of his defense, which is I kind of fine still though. The annoying thing is that you can't really reach very easily to any of these others, but yes, this is okay. Do this. Do some boosting. For now. Now I have to move with you even though there's only this one guy, which is kind of very annoying, but I guess I gotta do it anyways. So, how would I try to deal with you? This at least I should do, so that all the damage will go immediately to the health. That's at least better nonetheless. This basically should be able to kill you anyways, yep. So, it just takes your armor very, very low, but at least you're dead. So, that's kind of okay. I dislike these guys when they just all the time, hey, let's boost these others. Hey, let's boost these others like this all the time. Yay, kill him. When you actually can. Finally, he's dead. Now there's just you. What you gonna do? Okay, you hate the other one who is like you. Insane Goddess of Rain has a nice ring to it. Doesn't anyone hear those snippets of Anather's song? It's making me kinda crazy. I do hear them too, yes. Sounds like you're crazy already, Sara. Goddess of Insanity, I'll take that with Insane Goddess of Rain. Well. Let's see. Let's just go and do that so we can get his energy at least finally completely down again. Okay. It's my turn again. Just go and attack. It's almost going to be dead. So it's fairly good. Another attack. I'm almost tempted to try to get the kill for this guy, but it's kind of not the best idea. Yeah, just go and kill. Why not? Good. Hack and slash. Victory, Strixus and gold, and some more of those things. And some level ups. Woohoo. Our monk got a level up too. Turning around again, you see a stranger standing next to Reed in the Menhir's shadow. His stern face is that of a warrior or seasoned traveler. He must be the guardian Reed mentioned. The stranger looks you up and down, motionless, like the very rock he protects. The look doesn't bode well, but a third battle might be the charm. Remain impassive. Yeah, I'm gonna remain impassive. That's like our character, definitely. The stranger remains just as impassive. Of course, of course. That's... what did I expect? Or Khan. Nevertheless, he keeps staring at you. You slowly realize that he's a warrior, and deadly, even for a Khan. Okay, discussions. Let's get the level ups first, though, before discussion starts. Nonetheless, yeah, impassive contest. Who can be more impassive? Let's have a contest on that. That's a good contest, isn't it? Let's take some health. Okay, I can take something from here now. Okay. I just wanted a cooldown. Guess I could take that maybe. Sure, so this is increases your energy now. It just increases my energy. 12 damage, Spirit Strike. Sure, I guess I could take some of that. I guess. Sometimes so difficult to decide. What do I exactly want to do? What is the best thing I want to be able to do? What about you? You do get a lot of lovely health from doing this ability, and you can do it a lot, so I guess I'll give it to you. And I'll put you back into here for certainty. Why don't you have it equipped like you should be having it equipped? But for some reason you didn't have it equipped anymore. Also, here's 2 levels of your injury per level while resting. I guess you could have it. Energy plus 7, health minus 5. I guess I could give it to you. I don't know always who to give these things to. 10% to stats, woohoo. Yes, so very much. So I guess you get 20 when it high and 30 at max? I don't know, to be honest, I don't know. Well, let's talk to Kama first. The NC still wears his mask, at least he's no longer dying. Yes, that's an improvement. In a calm voice, do you hear me, Kama? You fought against your own brethren. I would never fight other Aegons. You would if your brethren started killing everyone in sight. If they went mad, if they tried to kill you, you would. It's not my brothers I fought, but the ones who devoured my world. Who destroyed your world? I don't know. Back when I could still hear, I heard that a mad god did it, but I can't be sure. There was the sun that burned everything, and poison falling like a rain. I am trying to understand, Kama. What drives you? Is it your duty, your fate, repentance? Why did you rush to Alus's defense? Why did you stop Jeanette? Just to be merciful? Mercy requires time I didn't have. I didn't want a silly death, that's all. This man here is clean, and only a clean man here can open the shortcut. A dirty one, a quick death, blood taken by force, is dirty. And you knew about it the full time. True, but I acted like I was in a fog, like I was a trunk. Now my eyes are open. I understand the truth. Spilling innocent blood is a quick way into the abyss, nowhere else. It's wisdom that drives me. Kide's mysterious voice. Well, hey, you haven't heard my lovely Sean Connery voice because we are in a different group now, but I have one guy who I talk with, so to speak, a Sean Connery voice to the best of my abilities, so... Great, so I destroyed their world. Yay! So you did. An insane god did it after all. Yes, well, it happens. Yes, someone has to do it, right? What do you talk about with Reed? About me and who I am now. About time, how much I have, how much the world has. Reed is wisdom. So who are you now? An NC outcast, a tribeless warrior, a former assassin, a soldier in an unlikely army. Reed saved me. I don't understand everything, but I know she saved me. She pulled me out of a dark enchantment. I hope that neither of you are mistaken. Unlike armor, spells can't be seen, can they? They're not invisible. They're not visible to the naked eye. I can see the enchantments of the stones in your flesh, Aegon. They impart great strength. The men here are much like the stones, but are set into the flesh of your world instead. I happen to be part of that. So how much time do you have? As long as the reaping lasts, maybe less. We feed on the power the men hears, but not because we can't eat other food. The spells binding us need the power of the Menhirs. Those same spells kill us when the reaping ends. These spells can't be broken. The longer the reaping, the longer your life. Reed told me about the Quimera. It turns out that they're my people too. I believe her. She's given my life purpose. I shall not let the reaping conclude with this world ending. So how much time does this world have? I don't know. It's not as bad as it was in my world yet. But it doesn't take long for water to boil over flames. If the one who destroyed my world comes here, it will be over quickly. Will you sense his arrival? I believe I will, as will you. But you wouldn't recognize him. Kind of like been on the scaffold and hearing the whoosh of the executioner's axe above your neck even. Well, we will talk again, Kama. If our fates are willing and our luck coincides. We share the same luck, Kama. Okay, then we can talk to two. Well, one lady, Shanette specifically. Then we can talk to Alus, the monk. And, of course, Orkan is going to be the last person. So, Alus trembles, still terrified. You'll need to reassure him. Alus can barely breathe after what happened. He clenches his teeth, hands trembling. You move to reassure him. I've almost recovered and I'm deeply grateful to the NC for saving me. For a minute there I thought they both wanted to chop me up. You should thank Kama.
No.
I already thanked him. In advance, I'm also teaching him in Berkana, since we're heading to Berkana. Might be the only reason he saved me. Well, I don't know about that. Jeanette beams like she's about to get married. Maybe you should have a word with her. What now, Jeanette? Why are you so pleased with yourself? Happy that you didn't commit murder? I'm pleased in general. Life's short, Akon. You should seek pleasure whenever you can. You shouldn't make fun of death. I wouldn't celebrate the death of those who fought by my side. You wouldn't mourn it either. Everyone says that the Akon have stones in their chests. What are you playing at, Jeanette? Why did you escape Wodan if you're seeking death? Is there something I should know? Make a guess, Akon. Why would a young lass tear her life apart? Maybe it was a torn long ago. Try not to tear apart the lives of others. Flux was talking. Don't Akons kill for trifling matters? Do they value another's life? You know nothing of Akons. If someone is killed for a trifling matter, the matter either was actually serious or the killer is not an Akon. The death of another being brings no relief. To each his own. People find relief their own way, get drunk their own way, breathe their own way, and die their own way. Jeanette, remember that death can come from any side when you summon it in a crowd. Well, then just go in and talk into the organ. You're out of rooibos. Now I have to drink caffeinated tea at this hour. Oh dear, it's a good idea to ask the determined-looking stranger what brought him here. If this man here creates a shortcut, the stranger is likely the gatekeeper. You could ask him how to use it, if it even exists. This is Orkan, Akon. He looks after the roaming men here, making sure it doesn't absorb poison. He'll help us, but I'll need to weave the enchantment myself. The ribbon changes everything, Akon. You have Reed with you, so I'll help her and make sure you're not transported to your death. However, be prepared to surface somewhere unexpected. I promise that I'll get you where you need to go. You'll have to shed a little blood, which isn't paying the ultimate price, nor is it a redemptive act. Is there anything else you want to know? How does one kill a Reaper? Why do you want to know that? I'm not sure if we're really welcome to our clan anymore, so to oppose the Reaper. You want to take on the strongest of the powerful. Are you hungry for glory or nursing wounded pride? You're in your own right will. I know a bit about it. Hundreds of years ago, 14 stone knives were fashioned, each as powerful as the small men here. The chance to use them against the Reapers never arrived. Still, they came at a high price. The Ashen Wasteland is proof of that. At the Battle of the Drowsy Deep, 12 Karos, runaway servants of the gods, had to kill themselves with their stone knives. There was no other way to stop the 5 reapers that stood against them. One knife remained with Blanc, the 13th Karo. Another was stolen. These knives are a sure way to kill a reaper, despite never being tested for that purpose. Where will this shortcut take me? To another menhir down shout. Isn't that where you're heading? What keeps the stone afloat? I'm so curious. A wise man once said it's not the Roman menhir that soars, but the earth that sinks. Both have been trying to reach for each other ever since. I say we can move on. Give it a bit of time. The stone has to cool down. Well, okay. Well, I guess we'll talk to them too now then, and then try to go into there. Okay, well, what do you want to say, Swarty? Swarty looks stunned and rubs her neck, paying no attention to the soaring menhir. Has the plague robbed her of her senses? What do you say? You can stay up all night playing Pathfinder. Totally. True, Tajunta. Are you feeling worse? Why are you rubbing your neck? Quite the opposite. It hasn't hurt a bit since the menhir appeared. Too bad the ulcer is still there. The pain will return. Wish I could stay with the menhir, but Orkan is quite intimidating. And if I die, I'd rather die by your side. Why? Why do you want to rather die by my side? Yes. Why would you want to die by my side? Because if I died by your side, I'd know death was the only option. If I were anyone else, I'd be afraid of dying far less nobly. Let me tell you something else. Look closely at Reed. It could be the color of her eyes or their shape. I can't put my finger on it, but she could be Orkan's daughter, or granddaughter, or grand-granddaughter. You have to admit that the girl is right. There's slight similarity between them. Isn't that a good reason to trust Orkan? Well, I will be trusting him for sure, but Well, what about you, Reed? Orkan walks in circles around the menhir while Reed scratches his eyes on the ground. You could talk to her. What are you drawing? What troubles you? Do you think Orkan might trick us? I should appease all, being and reassure Orkan. It's almost a sign. He's very cautious. The reaping is dire news for him, just as it is for all Terminium. One day his service may come to an end. What do we have to do? Cup your hand and fill it with your blood. Stand under the stone and press your bloodied palm to it. Anywhere is fine. Then wait until I touch it. What are we going to see? Nothing. One kind of darkness will stand in for another. When it dissolves, we'll be far from here. What are we going to feel? I don't know. Before, I didn't feel anything. But that wasn't during the reaping. How much more time do you need? Just a few moments. I'll let you know when I'm ready. Welp. To the menhir then. Orkan lifts his hand. You approach the menhir, appreciating its mass. Close up, it sure doesn't seem faithless. Orkan raises his palm. When you mirror his gesture, he cuts his palm, brushing everyone's hand in turn. Well, he's not going to be a reaper. Ask Orkan whose blood he needs. Mine is sufficient. It's only human blood, regardless what you may think. Your blood is needed elsewhere. Save it for now. You stand transfixed. In a flash, you see into the heart of the steppe roamer, 1,000 years of pain and longing. He puts one arm around Reed's shoulder, pressing his other hand against the other stone next to the girl's palm up. You do the same. Good, Orkan says before hurling you into darkness. Whatever happens, protect Reed, Aegon. Whatever happens, protect Reed, Aegon, you hear Orkan say as darkness envelops you. Well, at least thus far we have saved Reed, so... Okay. Okay, I guess we're gonna be going into a battle in this thing, which is interesting. Ah, we ended up somewhere. It's like the veil covering you since you touched the men here has lifted. Chilly air nips at your cheeks on a mountain ledge, at a place where the road bends. Several astonished shells unseat their swords before you. Damn you, Acorn, Kennedy cries. As if being thrown out into the snow isn't enough, we practically landed on the enemy's blades. You draw your sword. You should deal with this unexpected obstacle before forging ahead. Well, that's a little bit uncomfortable, I gotta say. Well, what do I do? Yes. I guess I'll try to guess this could be okay. I'm going to move with you first for sure, because I think getting you into here, stopping these two freaking annoyances from throwing their axes is going to be lovely. So just get the freaking defense up for this turn. These two might anyways like to be then come in and try to kill you. And kill these two freaking annoyances. Thank you very much. That should help quite a bit. And yes, flanked a little bit. These will be more of a problem then for the rest of the crew. And that guy apparently has 10 defense, so that's also a little bit of an annoyance. Certainly enough. I might just try to go all the way into here with you, to be honest, then. Get some defense, and just do a proper attack. He's almost dead at least after this. He's gonna be missing his turn at the very least too. Which is at least something. Aye. Well, not that I could be doing too much about that. I guess I'll just use some healing with you. You can't do it 2 tiles away, so I'll get a little bit further away and then heal. Rather. Then you are going to be acting next, which is fine. You just came and hit. This takes... yeah, just line increases your energy a little bit. I guess I could use you and just try to see if I can go and kill this guy, for example. Mayhaps. And yeah, protect Reed, they said. Yes, or that guy said. So anyways, you're still almost just dead. Well, fine. Guess we'll at least almost kill you. Yes, that will have to do as it is. At least I was thinking that these guys might indeed just stay here, which I do like. Because it can also mean that you can do nice counterattacks, which I like. Fine, let's just move here and kill this guy with you. I think that's a relatively sensible action at that point. Then of course you're going to move. This is a-okay by me. Yep. Guess you could be coming here and then just attacking this guy a little bit. Let's take all of his energy. I think that will be a-okay. Have an idea. Thank you for attacking. That's totally a-okay by me. 100% okay. You can do a little bit damage to this guy. More if we going damage against this thing, so let's do that rather than, I'd say. Nonetheless, and yeah, Reed. It's T, right? Not D? Yeah, it was T. Definitely was a T. Definitely was a T. Come here, and maybe I can stun him again. Guess I can activate that too in the meantime. Yeah, just stun him, because why not? You can take almost his whole energy at least down. Sure, you have a relatively low energy, but still. Otherwise that's not too bad. I don't like that they're all trying to target Reed. So... guess I'll just move a little bit away with you at least. And kill that guy, then at least it's only going to be this one. I'm not sure if he's gonna be able to reach from there to Reed at the very least. Oh, another one came about. That's kind of fine, I guess. Okay, he's using a card. Ugh, 23 defense, I don't like that. Well, guess I'll go into here and at least again bring some more healing to her. Or maybe I should bring actually the energy just because it's bad when there's no energy at all. So what's he gonna do? Yep, I was afraid that you would be coming here. Yep. Very dangerous for her, but I'm not sure what I can do about it, really. I think I will be losing Reed at least for a moment in this battle, to be honest, for sure is. Don't see how I can really stop that from being the case. At least take almost all of his energy down, I guess. Because he is also way too far to do anything about that. Well, I guess I can try to do the sunburn from here, I guess. So I'll try to do that. This thing. Yep, this actually works. Then this guy can't in any way reach Reed, so that should actually be okay. To save her from death's grip in this battle. Even if you were able to attack, but after all we can counter you anyways, so pretty nice. I just want you to be safe. Bury it. Maybe he is able to somehow come and try to... Yeah, just kill. You can kill him. You actually kill someone with that sort of a staff strike, so that's perfect. Okay, easy peasy. Nice. Reed just fits better in my head, I guess it's because of the Deus Ex Human Revolution and Dr. Megan Reed, okay? Well, they did tell you to protect her, so you're doing some piss poor job of it, Kikita. Well, she's safe, she didn't die, you see? And indeed, nice going from the monk. Helppo. You stand motionless, the battle is over, the gel's lost. Blood staining the frozen rocks crunches underfoot. As the heat of battle passes, the bitter cold tightens its thorny embrace. You scan the area. Readjusting his mat. I've forgotten what the snow and cold feel like. You have beautiful mountains here. Everything else fits. There's a metallic taste in my mouth. It's what a shortcut should feel like. Rubbing her bare shoulders. We're somewhere on the edge of the Vale of Mercy. We should leave before we freeze to death. I don't know why we've emerged here, but I know of no menhirs in these parts. It might be something with the power equal to a menhir, though. But wait, we're not the only ones led astray. These are NC footprints. Well, we know who started the game here. It was the other person that we've been playing as a main character, and she met the other powerful witch, clairvoyance lady in Snowy Mountains, so I think we are in close to her then with this group, I'd say. The way Lopain is holding his sword is pretty dangerous, considering that Kendi is right behind him. Yes, kinda. Maybe it's a little bit threatening, but hey, she totally seems to be fine with it, so, you know. What could be as powerful as a menhir? Warming her frozen fingers. Maybe a new menhir formed here. It is a question few temple servants can answer. It could be something that belongs to a god, a weapon perhaps, or a piece of jewelry. Even the god itself, or a reaper. Or maybe there could be the dagger. Orkan could have been more precise. He could have at least warned us. I thought he liked you. Whatever has drawn the Ensis here has lured us too. It's quite curious. Orkan has nothing to do with it. Luckily, I'm not an NC. I'm an NC, but since Reed lifted my enchantment, I'm no longer drawn to Menhirs. I'm not an NC either, but I sense something. Either a Menhir or a kind of magical power, or a person wielding that power. We've hit a dead end. I don't know what else we're doing here, but there's only one choice now. We'll have to follow the NC's tracks. Well, I guess we're following the NC's tracks. Yep, this is the place where the game started at. Just as he wants it, Flame. Yes, she definitely seemed to have wanted it. A treacherous path leads to the snow-cover-powdered ruin of an ancient temple. A shack is nestled in the midst of them. There's no Menhir or altar in sight, but you can immediately tell that the decrepit hut is inhabited, and that a group of NCs blocks your way. Ready for battle. Apparently there's a lot of battles right now. There was a long time when there was hardly any battles, and now battle, 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 battle. They'll certainly be getting into a lot of battles right now. Let's just get some more energy for you. What about you? Sure. Sometimes it starts to be hard to actually decide what you want to be getting, to be honest, for sure. What about you? You have 4 now too. So... Furious Strike. Let's just take more attack, I guess, then. What about Karma? Let's increase your health. That's fine by me. Lots of battles. Okay. Quite a lot of NCs too, I gotta say. So it's a bit of a dangerous thing, I gotta say as well. Well, I might want to be just taking you in quite quickly then, to be honest. Might be for the best. I guess I'll put you into there, I guess. Maybe. I don't remember what all of these different guys did, but some of them were dangerous for sure. I think you're the one who heals, yep. You're the one that I wanna kill ASAP 100%. You're the one who can do such a freaking annoying amount of damage in such a short amount of time, and you too. So basically you and you are the ones that I especially just wanna get rid of. Unfortunately I can't get into there, which would have been the perfect place for you. So that's annoying. That's certainly annoying. I should have actually put you into this side, but I didn't notice to actually look into that. And thus I guess I can try to just restart and just do the better decision, because it's just silly in a sense to have a poorer start because I didn't look into that immediately. So we'll just rather put you into start here. You will go there immediately. Otherwise I can pretty much do the same moves, I'd say. Pretty much anyways. Ready? That's fine. By the way, now again Saraya and Flame indeed have the same color in use. But yeah, I definitely then just want to be going here immediately. Get the defense. That will help us at least. And yeah, just use this. You didn't die, yes, but at least we got rid of one of these annoyances, which is definitely a bonus to me. For certainty. I would have to go quite far to try to do the strike, and it wouldn't quite kill you. So I don't think it's worth the risk as of yet. I can't play one of my cards, of course, as of yet, so... Just increase her health then, I'd say, for the moment. At least. You're dead. Oh yeah, I should probably change. Too much blue in the shot. My blue is a little bit darker, so no, we do not have the same color. Yeah, to be honest, Sudden Tenant did take a little bit lighter blue this time around, but it's very close. Very close. It's quite close to each other nonetheless, I'd say. I kind of want to attack with you. But then on the other hand, I don't think it's the wisest choice. Which is a little bit of a predicament. I want to so kill you. I can't kill you immediately. Which is a shame. I would love it if I could kill you immediately, but I cannot. So yeah, I could do pretty nice amount of damage overall, like quite of a decent chunk of damage with you for sure. I'll rather try to use you though, I guess then. Or someone else. I guess I could just shoot with you, just not do the very deadly shot, but just rather do a decent shot into there, so you can be still at least relatively far away. Yeah, just take some of his health away at least at the moment. Okay, good night and sweet dreams, Tome. Hopefully you had fun nonetheless. But hope you have a good weekend as well. I guess I'll just take you here. Prepare for a battle for the moment. At least they mostly want to be killing him. That's kind of the weakness of the enemies. They all want to be killing him when he has this defense bonus, which they should be smarter to not try to do, because it's really indeed not working after all. So they should know better, but they clearly don't know better. I guess I'll move all the way into here. It's a little bit risky, I'd gotta say, but on the other hand, I kind of want to just get on the move. Yeah, take some of the energy, I guess. Don't like you. At least you again did that to him, so that's again your stupidity. I gotta say, your stupidity indeed. I probably need a new monitor at some point, but it's rare to find one with good 4:3 resolution. It looks exactly the same to me. With Sineko, oh dear. Oh well, it's not too serious, even if it looks the same. I'm just killing one. Increase in health, which is fine. Unfortunately, I can't do that same attack anymore at the moment. Guess I could be bringing you into here. Maybe not. Maybe I'm just gonna go with you. It's like always wondering, what do I want to exactly do right about now? Well, let's attack this guy, I guess. Why not? Get the energy completely down, at the very least. I was just gonna say again that the music is mixing is making me insane. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. That's why it became red? Gotcha. Definitely. Absolutely, that's the reason. Why wouldn't it be the reason? Truly. Anyone would be coming red from that. Certainly. It's almost dead. Almost, but not quite. They've been absolutely stupid with this stuff. Quite stupid. That much is for sure the truth of the matter. It's fine by me. They want to be stupid. Kill that guy, then there's only one more left. Who actually chose to do something else for a change. Which is rare. But I think I'll just kill you then. Can I kill you with her? Yes. I can kill you with her. I can get into here and then shoot. Then I'll do that rather than the card tactic. Which I could have also done otherwise. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Another victory. Lots of new card fragments too. And level ups. All sort of stuff. No sooner do you lower your sword that you notice a middle-aged woman with the white hair standing in the hovel's doorway. She emanates unmistakable power and looks vaguely familiar. Gods in heaven, she's a seeress. I told you about her once, remember? Her white hair is legendary. She knows the answers to all questions. Amma, indeed. If you want to talk to one woman, don't go whispering to another, even if you're an acorn, especially if you're a warrior of peace. Although I doubt that the warrior of peace could have made it here. You must be really anxious to find me. My cells are no longer. Is that right? Who are you? Why do you look familiar? My name is Amma. Not that it means anything to you. As for my face, I'll tell you why it looks familiar later, when the time is right. Are you a seeress? As I said, my name is Amma. I can be a seeress, I can be a healer. Some call me a witch, but most of the time I'm just a woman who wants to be left alone. Decreased by 1 party level injury. I've heard that the fortune tellers give vague answers that are open to many interpretations. You're no fortune teller, that much is clear. But how can you be a seeress or healer without another living soul around? Living souls pester me from time to time. To be fair, they are easily turned into souls of the dead. Like today. Well, ask away while you're still a preteen. I'll do my best to live up to the Quimran tales that allege I'm a seeress. She Flemeth but with better hair, pretty much. This is the most interesting, but I want to ask it later, so hopefully I can ask it again. Does Orkan know that we are here? He may suspect something, but he can't pull his hair out and it will change nothing. When you send a boat downstream, you can't foresee every whirlpool, even though the river's mouth never moves. How long will the reaping last? What can I say about the road yet to be traveled? I'd answer you once I've gotten a taste of the reaping. One cannot foresee everything. What does the future hold for me, Amma? This isn't the type of question a warrior of peace should ask. He should be unbothered. Still, I'll answer it. Your future is in Opakum, Acorn. One does not need to be a seer to know that. What are the Gels doing here, Amma? It was my card, Acorn. I wanted to keep it away from the NCs, but miscalculated. I don't regret losing it. I wasn't planning to go anywhere, but the sight of you and your red-haired companion bids me to do otherwise. Where will you go? To Opakum. It's a fortress of the far side of the Milky Mountains. There's a Menhin there, but Orkanville isn't going to get you there. That Menhir is dead. You will escort me to it by the path of the Vale of Mercy and Valentil Forest. What's in Opakum for you? I don't know. It's difficult to see one's own future. The fortress will see its share of misery, but the reaping isn't all-powerful there. Don't remain dispassionate. Haven't you heard of the Master Spyro? Be like a callow youth, experience joy and sorrow. Remember to breathe peacefully. You will accompany me. We will set out soon. Before we leave, I'll tell you why you can't refuse to be sure. If she fights like Flemeth, I'm happy. Oh, this is a long chapter. We have to talk again. Okay, well, Pola. Pola is strangely excited, just smiling and sincere. Sincere this time, eh? You're a tough one, aren't you? The cold isn't getting to you. The winds brings the scent of my homeland. I've never been there, but my heart leaps into the throat at the thought of seeing my family home. I'm the lucky one, Acorn. Everything will be fine. What do you mean by fine? Life is fine when today is followed by tomorrow and you can count on the next day coming in turn. No executions or other terrors. Settling in your own home, having a husband and children is very much fine. Never mind though, you can call me crazy. Wow, loyalty increased for a change. I care not who you are or who you think you are. You can't see yourself from the inside, can you? Why should I care who you are now, if you'll just change the next minute? If you want to know where the arrow will strike, find the archer, talk to him, see how he dines, where he sleeps, and take a good look at his bow. That's the Berkana saying, isn't it? What can I tell you of Berkana if I've never been there? Paula is always smiling, or at least has the weird grin on. Yep, and being smug about it. Yes. This is so weird of a question, or put into weirdly, are you like a seed eager to impregnate the soil? Okay. Do you still have family there? Who is there to enlighten me now? My dear mother didn't do it, and I don't even know my kin enough to keep searching. I don't know my own name. Do you know what Bola means? Pot or crock? What do you think about the lady of these ruins? There was a strategy in her life, one of such magnitude you can't possibly imagine. And there's more and worse grief to endure. Trust me, I know. Women just sense it. That's why I'm so happy. Compared to hers, my troubles are puny. Okay, so you're happy because you're in a better place in your life than the other ones are. Are you like a seed eager to impregnate the soil? I ask that all the time. Oh, you do, Itsuneko, you do. Kama is rooted to the spot. You wonder why the lady of these ruins is so mesmerizing to him. And you only once in a while get arrested while doing so, right, Whis? Yes, only once in a while. You approach Kama. He leans against the stone post, looking much like a post himself. His mask must be rooted to his face. She knows people like me. She came by and spoke to me. Said that I can remove my mask to become inconspicuous. She spoke my language. Not like Reed, but the way we spoke in my world. This woman's from there too. Interesting. Do you think that she's come here the same way as you? I don't know. It's like being filled with pain. Sometimes I think that I got here in a blink. Sometimes I dream of darkness that lasted many long years. I don't know, but she does. Will you take off your mask? No, without it I'd feel defenseless. Listen, there's another matter. There's something like a man here nearby. Something similarly powerful. I just feel that it's the dagger type of thing. Is it something hidden in her hovel? No, it's something Amma is wearing. It could also be Amma herself. Be careful, Acorn. If I'm right, she's stronger than you are. Umbra aren't human. Where I come from, they're akin to terrible demons. They serve the gods, one of them at least. The crazier he was, the more terrible his servants became. Only now do I understand this. Tell me everything you know, even you have few words to describe it. What can you tell me about the gods of your world? Damn, she really is Flemet. Really sounds like it. Yes, we say quick on his feet. Almost nothing. There were 5 of them. Talking about them in vain was punishable by death. I have killed for that myself. One thing is certain, 4 of the 5 tried to save my world. 4 of the 5, eh? Don't ask me for details. My knowledge is like the echo of good tidings that cling to your face like spider webs, or like a drowning child's cry. Can't be sure of anything. How many Umbra servants are there? According to Reed, 12 lower Umbra perished at Drowsy Deep 700 years ago. There were originally 25, 5 high Umbra and 20 lower Umbra, a set of 4 for each of the Almighty. 5 high Umbra and 80 lower Umbra still live then. Lower Umbra are also called crows, or runaways. We are taught to kill them, but haven't killed any yet. Very few manage it. Not to mention the fact that you can't hide from the high Umbra. Who are the Reapers? High Umbra who haven't absorbed the spirit of their divinity. Since nobody controls them, they become Reapers and gorge themselves on the Menhir's power. I can't guarantee any of the Umbra won't become Reapers. I can list the High Umbra's name. Torkal, Atrak, Adna, Shildao, and the greatest of them, Dibibar. He has the face of an old man and his body is the towering athlete. He is walking culture of hatred. And the last question for now. Why is that the Menhirs, the Umbra, and the Enseers are the only remnants of your world? They aren't the only remnants, Aegon. Somewhere in the depths of Terminium, there's an ark full of my kin, waiting to be rescued. It's possible that I was suspended within it all these years. It's also possible that the raping is meant to purge this world for our rule. Are you prepared to kill me to reduce this risk? I have more important things to do right now. Right now. Yes, Reapers. We've dismissed that claim, yes. What kind of a god would punish for speaking its name in vain? Gosh, what an insensitive god, yes. I don't know of such gods at least. Reed is quiet as a mouse. Why is he so scared? Why do you withdraw? Does something about this woman frighten you? She's odd, but not threatening. You don't understand. She's different. She's someone like Orkan. Someone who's capable of extraordinary feat. I think you'll see soon enough. I sense a darkness in her that Orkan lacked. What do you mean? Someone like Orkan? I suspect she's an Umbra. They can be killed just like the Reapers, but many years go by and you can run into the one you'd killed. They're very rare, but they exist. Tell me, what troubles you? What could happen if Amma said something to make me accompany her? I had a feeling that she saw our deaths. There was no mercy in her eyes, no hope. The good news is that I could be wrong. I'm no seeress myself. Okay, now to go to Amma, finally. You could success depart in the white-haired lady if you're done here. Yes. Let's go. Explain yourself before we leave, Amma. Are you sure that I'll escort you? Do you remember the words carved in the wall of Serpent's Temple many centuries ago? Let me remind you. There is no death as long as your spirit is incorruptible. Do you think all Aegons keep secrets? And no secrets can be kept forever. All the maxims of the great ancestors are carved in stone. None can be removed from the temple, except one. What wisdom are you talking about? The one that's whispered into the neophyte's ears during initiation. The warrior of peace should have been told, live and wait for the summon. Now I summon you, Acorn. There's not another warrior of the peace in the world of Terminium, is there? Live and wait for a summon. Now I summon you. Flabbergasted. Who are you, Amma? Why do you look so familiar? I've been told that my image is carved into the column to the right of the temple altar. I doubt the sculptor cared about the true likeness, but I heard they annually refresh the white paint for the hair. I am the great ancestress. Now we set out, Acorn. Okay, so she has something to do with their full order. Interesting. And one more thing, warrior. Don't fret over Strixes while you're traveling with me. You don't personally have to rely on them, in any case. Or are you saving them for someone else? Protect Reed if you can. Trust me, without her, your life isn't worth anything. So I think it was a very good thing that we did save her, and at least she, who is now doing the summoning, doesn't care that we gave one of our stones to her, so... Flabbergasted is a funny word. It is a funny word,
You are
that
like
is
a
true.
blade in a worn-out scabbard. What can you do if rust melds you together?
Okay, just quit here then, immediately. Okay, we are anyways in the travel phase, so we are getting closer to Friga. They are meaning to go into the Opacum. I guess it's somewhere, I'm not exactly sure where they would have landed, the other group. Somewhere around here, question mark, I'm not sure. Somewhere around here. No, Milky Mountains is here. Oh, there it is. Amma's hut is there, and we're supposed to be taking her to Opacum. But next we would then be taking them again forward. But I think this is a perfect place to end then. Gladly we at least got it in the next chapter before having this sort of a situation where we then can end nicely. It's almost 3 o'clock anyway, so in all reality we were lucky that we got 1 extra hour for this game, because going and starting the next chapter like this was definitely, this took quite a while to do. Like if we would have done the other chapter through and then thought, oh, we can continue a little bit more, and then we would have definitely been in the middle. And yes, Milky Mountains, that sounds like a chocolate. Sort of, yes. But hey, I hope you guys enjoyed some more of Ash of Gods, even though we didn't manage to play any RimWorld today. Which is a shame. And yeah, this was a long one. But we're going forward into actually trying to get this game actually finished, so that's good. I would like to actually check at some point how many chapters there is. As in, just to know how far in the story exactly you are in, so that could be nice. But hey, good that you enjoyed. Fate was looking out for us, yes, very much so. Good that you enjoyed. So hey, thank you everyone here on Twitch for watching some Ash of Gods, and later on in YouTube as well, so thank you very much. And see you next time for more.